All right. Let's see here. Got to get the right one. There we go. Oop, wrong one. That's all right. We'll get it now. There we go. Hey, everybody, what's going on? What in the all hell, Sissy K? You'll ruined from now on, aren't you? How's everybody this evening? Texas Info Warrior. What's up, buddy? Me and Texas Info Warrior have got bukus of stuff to talk about. Won't take very long, but we got lots of the stuff that people aren't paying attention to is killing us in this country. Hey, Black Watch. Mary, how's everybody? The things we're distracted by to the things that are really going on are really going to cause us a lot of grief. Ooh. I don't know whether anybody realizes that Wednesday, you're opening from now on, okay. Wednesday, they're going to suspend Title 42. Well, there's 6,000 people, I believe. Texas will straighten this out here in a little bit, that come across the border every day right now. When Title 42 is abolished, there's hundreds of thousands of people that are going to come across the border, and they're not even letting the Mexican people across right now. They're only letting across the people from other countries. Well, technically, that doesn't make them legitimate asylum. I'm getting a little feedback, Texas.
Oh, hey, how's okay? How's it sound right now?
That's better.
Oh, is it okay? No headphones, no. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm getting some echo.
Let's see here. Yeah, it's a crazy day. Crazy.
Yeah, I actually watched quite a bit of that live feed that you sent me today, and isn't it funny how is he the only guy that's allowed to film down there? Is it only because he's the only one that won't get out of his vehicle?
Well, I think the thing about Joe, he's a little bit afraid of confrontation. Though that's the thing about him usually. So, but he's on the Mexican side, so he has to specifically, listen to everything because he's on the Mexican side. But if he was on the U.S. side, you could actually push back a little bit. But he's not a pushing back kind of guy. So,
you know the guy personally?
Huh? Wait,
you know the guy personally?
No, I don't know him personally. No.
Okay.
But so over there is it? So when we were talking about going to the border before that, I was like, no problem, because the way it was done by Anthony and Oscar before, it was different because you were on the U.S. side and it was over there in the Eagle Pass, and he was here in El Paso before, but he had no problems. But now it's different. Somehow they set something up to where they made sure that they didn't have anybody recording. They wanted to set. They're fucking lying. They're lying when they say it's private property, because I know that for a fact it's not private property. And some of the border is for everybody. Obviously, you got the legal aliens coming across the border. So, but like I said, we need more people. But the thing is that we needed not just Joe, but we needed Anthony. We need everybody else. I mean, I don't know. You see, I'm feeling it. I can understand how Anthony Widow feels too. He's been doing this stuff for years.
Yes.
For a long time, but it doesn't feel like it's doing anything.
Well, it's because it's like you and I were talking today. Everybody's so excited to listen to bullshit that we can't change, and hopium sells. This is the real deal. I mean, this is where the rubber's going to meet the road, people. If they don't, how many? You said that I'm gonna mute your mic for just a second because it's still back feeding real bad. But you were saying today, that 6,000, I believe, people are coming across the border every day, and Wednesday, it's going to turn into hundreds of thousands overnight. Whoops.
Hold on, Trav. Let me go get my headset and see if that works a little bit better.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how many's on the other one. Well, I guess there is a few over there. I didn't pay any attention to whether I started both channels or not, but that's all right. It don't matter. Get them both knocked out. What the hell?
All right, how's that right now?
Oh, that's much gooder.
Okay, good. That's funny because the other day I had my headset and it sounded like crap, and now it sounds better. So I have no idea. So I've been stressing out all day. So yeah, like you said, Travis, it's right now. It's somewhere around 6,000 to 6,300 per day.
That's a day. That's just in El Paso, correct?
Yeah, that's just in this sector, yeah. But then when Title 42 drops, we're looking at about 15, maybe 16,000, maybe more coming by. Because right now, they specifically have certain countries right now before Title 42 drops coming through. So they have Nicaraguans, Peru, and a couple other countries. They're not allowing Venezuelans, not allowing Cubans, or a few other countries. They're there. The whole shitload of them are there off the side of the border, waiting for that Title 42 to drop. And literally, we're gonna have just droves and droves of caravan. Just like they're probably just. I think the Border Patrol is gonna get rid of that fence you see, and you're just gonna let them just pour on over. No checking them, no bag checks, no vaccine, passport shit. They're just gonna come through.
No, but if you go into Mexico, you have to have. Oh, maybe that's no. I was fixing to speak out of whack. Rhino was talking about going into Mexico, but he would have to have a health check for the dog. I don't think it was for himself. So I was remembering that wrong.
Well, I mean, a lot of them are wearing a mask and stuff. I think that's under choice because that's. I mean, they don't have to, but they're just using that for optics, shit like that. This declaration of emergency declaration that El Paso did is just smoke and mirrors, man. It's just bullshit. It's just to make the people and the residents think they're doing something, and they're not. They're full of it.
I changed that and it didn't work. Hang on, I'm changing my heading. Well, that thing that I sent you today, let's get my number from Travis. That thing that I sent you today, where the mayor of El Paso passed a law to protect the people coming across the border and not his own citizens.
Yeah, it is. It's what he's doing. He's because it's out in public, so he wants to be able to kiss ass to the federal government. So he doesn't want the residents know. Hey, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Citizens, don't worry. He's not trying to make the citizens feel good. Who gives a shit about the citizens? All that matters is about his own pocket and his constituents. It's all that matters. And so if he says, well, we need an emergency declaration because we got so many people coming in here. We're worried. We need them to get housing and worry about their clothing and stuff. No, motherfucker. You should be worrying about what they're going to be doing to the citizens in their own fucking homes. Because there's going to be literally a war probably happening by next week. Literally. I've been worked up all day and shit. So Not good.
Well, and for rightful reasons. I mean, good grief.
I never thought this kind of stuff like this would happen. Like when you hear that over there at Eagle Pass, you hear that other places in Texas, but when you actually witness it, it's like, oh, like it's mind blowing.
Yeah. So I wonder how much it costs to buy off all those federal agents and Border Patrol down on the border.
I mean, the federal government probably wouldn't have enough money to pay them off. You know where that's coming from. It has to be coming from the cartels. There's no other way.
Why would they? Well, my question, I would really like to go face to face with one of these guys and ask them how they think their family's going to be protected, because they're going to have the cartels protecting them. Am I wrong? Or they wouldn't be doing stupid shit.
Oh yeah, and their families be getting threatened and all kinds of shit happening.
That's my thoughts.
But that's why there was a war. That's why violence has been getting worse in Ciudad Juarez, because ever since before Title 42 was an issue when Trump was here, they didn't like it. The cartels were losing so much money, and so they would lash out against the city because they couldn't lash out across the other side of the border on the United States side. So they would literally start kidnapping women and children over there. Right. Because it's harming their drug run and their human trafficking. Now it's like the floodgates have been open. They're good. They have all that extra money they can pay off Border Patrol, pay off politicians, and do whatever they want.
Yep. But I still can't believe that they're willing to let the rest of the country be in any kind of danger for $1. I mean, it sickens me to think this. And that's exactly what they've done.
That kind of stuff like that, paying off politicians runs deep for many, many years, as we know. I mean that goes back to Clinton's, Epstein's. I mean, Fast and Furious. It's all about money. It's all about money, control, guns, and drugs, and now sex trafficking. It's whatever makes money. I want to bring up this. I don't know if everybody's in here yet, but I thought this was interesting. I just looked at this before we came on. Okay, so this is from ABC News. Let's see if I can play this. I want to know if you can catch the little coding in this word.
El Paso in Texas has declared a state of emergency crisis at the southern border. The city of El Paso in Texas has declared a state of emergency. The border town is seeing an influx of migrants, more than 2,000 a day, according to Customs and Border Protection. And those numbers are expected to dramatically rise if Title 42 ends as expected on Wednesday. ABC's Maria Villarreal is in Texas. The governor is warning of chaos in the coming days. Tonight, El Paso declaring an emergency. City leaders scrambling to find shelter for thousands of migrants as temperatures continue to drop, anticipating yet another.
I want to touch it for a second. You notice how, as temperatures continue to drop.
Yeah, they're worried about the immigrants with the temperatures going
up.
Wow.
Yeah. They're the one who chose to come up there because they're being lied to. And they've literally, a lot of them walked from Venezuela all the way up here. If they took 2 months to walk up here in cold and heat and whatever climate, fuck, who cares? They're here. Care if it was 10 below.
Surge later this week.
We saw 2,500 in the past 6-7 days. We can imagine what it's going to be. That's doubling the flow.
Our Matt Rivers speaking with migrant parents, Eddie Enigani.
Pero ¿por qué ustedes siguen tratando de cruzarse? Calidad de vida. They keep trying to cross because they're looking for a better quality of life.
Bullshit. They're trying to cross over because they're allowed to, and they've been coached on crossing over, and they're going to get free handouts from the federal government.
Once and were expelled under Title 42. Now they're waiting in Ciudad Juarez, across from El Paso, to try and cross again once Title 42 is lifted. A U.S. appeals court in Washington, D.C. blocked efforts by 19 Republican-led states that challenged the rule's expiration date of December 21st, leaving cities like El Paso scrambling. But it's not just border cities. New York City's mayor says he's expecting to receive more than 1,000 asylum seekers.
Near the end of this,
week.
Travis, this is going to
Texas
piss you
Governor
off.
Greg Abbott telling
Watch
ABC's
what this guy
Martha Raddatz,
says.
it'll only get worse.
Abbott.
If the courts do not intervene and put a halt to the removal of Title 42, it's going to be total chaos.
A White House spokesperson saying in
Motherfucking Greg Abbott, didn't he already deputize some of those citizens in Eagle Pass and all that stuff?
I was wondering the same thing after we talked, because they were supposed to deputize a whole bunch of citizens down there. Where are they at? I know the sheriffs aren't doing anything because the sheriffs are the same as the everybody else down there. They're paid off.
Oh, but this was before the election, and now that he got elected, hey, you don't give a shit no more. It's okay. Now, the guy you're going to hear at the end is going to be the mayor. The mayor is a deep dirtbag.
Hard, we have a robust effort underway to manage the border in a safe, orderly, and humane way when Title 42 lifts. Texas GOP Representative Tony Gonzalez pushing for leaders to put their political agendas aside.
It is a dire situation in El Paso. Enough with the finger pointing. I don't care how we got here. How do we get out of here?
Enough with the finger pointing on how we got here.
Yep.
This is what this fucker Tony Gonzalez said. This guy needs to be gone. He needs to be gone a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
Enough with the finger pointing on how we got here. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm with you.
Lindsay, at this point, the only option is the big option. Several GOP-led states, including Texas, have signed on to take their appeal, the final appeal, to the U.S. Supreme Court. At this point, the clock is ticking, so they're going to launch this Hail Mary pass tomorrow.
The thing that she doesn't say is that the U.S. Supreme Court has already denied keeping Title 42 in place, but they reissued another appeal to the Supreme Court, which probably won't even happen and take effect until they get back in session in January.
Yeah.
Telling you guys, this is
none of these people, we don't know whether they had what we would say, we haven't had a lot of diseases in this country for legitimate inoculations. And these people are coming across, we don't know any of their statuses of nothing. They're going to bring back diseases that haven't been here for 100 years or 50 years. Let's call it 50 years.
Yeah.
But it's our fault because we're selfish Americans. We just don't want to share. We don't. What? We give 200 countries enough money every freaking year. There shouldn't be any problems in any other country. The problem, if it is their government just pisses it off on stupid shit or builds their military up against us.
Well, I don't know if you've seen Tucker Carlson's interview with I forgot what country it was, but actually I think it's Venezuelan, the Venezuelan president. That guy's a good guy. They have good leaders over there. But it's not about their leaders. It's just like their leaders are saying, hey, you want to flee our country? Why? We're doing really good on the economy. Well, because they're telling me over there in the U.S. I can get free shit, free food, free healthcare, free everything. So they just do it. So the president is not going to kidnap them and keep them in their country. They have freedom because the president's allowing them to do whatever they want. It's
good question. That's a good question. Is this the forced lockdown on us? Could be. Very, very good. It absolutely could be. I think they'll stop at nothing. Do I think that the left is? I think that the left is in a little bit of trouble, and they're going to do everything they can to discredit and start. They want to start a civil war.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I'm not sure it's
Now,
what they're going to do is they're going to spark a revolution. I'm afraid, because I think when if you take 80% of America, they are in the middle, and they see what's going on is not cool.
no, I mean, the amount of people that are coming over is, I mean, this is the thing I don't understand is that we know many things what they're trying to do. They're trying to gain voters. You mean to tell me like every single one of those people that come across is going to vote Democrat? That's a lot. That's going to be so obvious in the elections. I mean, with it being rigged. Well, they're going to try to get away with it. Well, they have been. So, there you go. It's going to cause a civil war, but that's what they want. They want people to rise up, and I don't see anybody rising up. And that's the thing that kind of shocks me.
Yep.
This is why I said, Travis, on your show some months ago, I think, is when I said that they're trying to create a civil war. I guess no one wants to go out in the street and take their country back and take the streets back. But that's because that's the hardest thing to do for right now. But I think what everyone needs to do is guard their homes, guard their homelands. So if these illegals there's so many of them. Literally, probably there's no room at the churches, and there's literally no room anywhere. What are they going to do? They're going to start going and trying to breaking in people's homes everywhere, and that is going to cause a massive bloodbath.
Well, and that brings me to a great question. How many civilians are going to have to lose their lives before these fucking politicians will do a damn thing about it?
Well, the other goals too, Travis, is that they don't care to get there. How many?
But that's where we're headed, and that's what we need to push these politicians. How many citizens of the United States do we have to kill, or do they have to kill, before the government decides enough is enough? One's too many, and we've already had multiple. You know, they let them run all over this country and kill people. And most of them don't even get hi, Lily J. Most of them don't even get they let them out. Why? California's letting them out faster than they can get them in there because they can't facilitate.
Well, it creates divide and conquer. Is what it does.
Yep.
If they can create enough chaos and enough divide and conquer, they can take over the country.
Yep.
I mean, that's why. Can we you don't mind about your channel, so I'll just say it, I guess. That's why fuckface in there, the old man who can't fucking think and remember what kind of sandwich he had the day before. That's why he's spending so many millions and billions of dollars to Ukraine, because it's just monopoly money. It's just fake money.
Yep.
And we have to end up paying for that fake money through our taxes. And so if you can take all that money and just start chucking it to all kinds of things outside the U.S. that don't matter, and start chucking it to other people that don't, not getting things done, we're not going to have any more money left. We already don't have any more money left. The value of the dollar is going to hit rock bottom. And then the whole entire country is going to go bankrupt. And guess what happens after that? China goes and says, oh, great. We own your country now because you owe us so much money. We're going to go ahead and take over. And then Biden's going to go, yeah, you're right. Come on over. And then we're going to get fucking blue hats in here claiming to be the United Nations when it's really not. It's actually China.
Yep.
And then we're going to have what? The United States, the U.S. people are just going to go, oh, no, they're over here in the country. We should rise up. And we're still not going to rise up. We're still going to be sitting down on our fucking asses in our homes while they break down in and try to force inoculate us.
Waiting on a movie.
Huh?
Julie's got a great comment there. Says not till it affects them. Well, I think Abbott did a good job of trying to affect them. And look what happened when they sent those 50 to Martha's Vineyard. What I think Abbott should do, and he didn't have the balls to do it, is he needs to load every one of them up from now on and send them to Martha's Vineyard until they do something. But he didn't.
Yeah, I think that was a really effective when he did that.
Huh?
I think that was very effective when he sent them to, when was it DeSantis sent them to Martha's Vineyard, wasn't it?
DeSantis. Oh, they just need to send them all from now on because 50 apparently wasn't enough to draw their attention.
Well, see, the thing is, from what I don't know, maybe it's different, but I see that the 50 they sent there, it really put a thorn up their ass. So just imagine if just the 50 they sent to Martha's Vineyard, I think really put a thorn up their ass. It kind of made them think a little bit.
Well, they didn't.
So just imagine it's 6,000.
That's what I'm saying. Send them all. Send them all. Yeah. We all need to write a letter to DeSantis and Abbott. Of course, you know how to think about Abbott.
Yeah, he's
a sellout.
I mean, yeah. He's a Koch brother dick sucker is what he is.
Yeah. Send them all. That's what I'm with it. Send them all. But you know, until we put some alligators, sharks, and pythons in the waters, you will need a wall.
Yeah,
that's right. You know, and it's not that I'm against immigration. I'm against illegal immigration. And the fact that they're letting these people be called asylees coming into our country when they're okay, you can seek asylum on the next border. Am I correct, or am I missing something there? You can't just skip half of a continent and say, "Oh, well, I'm just an asylee. Save me from whatever."
Well, that's what the stay in Mexico thing was that Trump did. That Biden, the first thing he did when he got in the office was delete. So the asylum was supposed to be when you cross the border into Mexico, you have to claim asylum into the next country you come into. Well, the Mexican authorities at first held the line for a little while until the Global Immigration Compact was signed off by the Mexican president, and of course with Biden, and agreed that they can go wherever they want in the North American continent.
Right.
Well, except for Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gotten out of hand. You know, I used to think that our northern border was the most vulnerable until this bullshit happened. And the reason that I think that is because back when I was hauling apples out of Washington State, there were some Middle Eastern people driving trucks, and they would come in from Canada. And the reason they came in from Canada is because the United States wouldn't let them in, but once they're in Canada, then it's okay. And this guy, we were at a restaurant bar, I believe in Wenatchee, and this guy was in there running his mouth about how he hated America. And of course, now these are old farm boys. You know, they didn't take kindly to that shit at all. So anyway, he got to saying, well, he said they wouldn't let me in this country because I was on some kind of a terrorist watch list. And he said, well, maybe that's a good idea that the American people didn't let you in. He said, well, Canada let me in, and by God, blah, blah, blah. They beat this mother hucker to death. They didn't kill him.
Really?
They beat his ass, and he got arrested because he started all of it. There was 75 of us in there said, nope, he started it. He got exactly what he deserved. One boy jumped up, big old feller got up, beat his ass, and there was no talking him out of it. You know, he didn't have no rhyme or reason to even be there. Why are they letting these people in from the northern border? But then we start to flood across the southern border. Now, this is some years ago.
Yeah, see, it's not like that anymore. But I mean, what we need is people like that you've seen to whip their guys' ass. We need more of that.
Yep.
Because what's going on is a desecrate to our military soldiers who fought and bled for us. This is like basically up in their face saying we don't give a crap what you did.
Right.
Yeah. It's just.
I don't know why I can't see Don in there. I can see people talking to Don. I went and unblocked him today. Thank you, Lisa.
Carol Z's from El Paso too, isn't she?
I don't know that for sure. I don't know. In fact, I'm not even. I don't believe so. All the
Homeless on
homeless
the streets.
also. The ones that are homeless, they need to move north where it's warmer. That's what I'm going to tell them. Way north, because these people are not going to be able to handle the cold. They're not. They're not used to it. They're gonna. It's not going to be pretty for them. And I'm not wishing ill on anybody, but this shit has got to stop somehow.
Yeah.
Should
Well, it
have-
doesn't get no
Okay.
zero or anything like that here. But
He must be on the other. He must be on the other channel.
well done.
Yeah. I know he got blocked in here one night because he wouldn't quit screaming obscenities at everybody.
Oh, calm down, Don. It's not a movie, okay? Just calm down.
Yep.
Oh, you're from Northern California. Oh, I am too. Yeah, that's funny. I'm actually from originally Northern California, Santa Rosa, Petaluma area. I've been here, El Paso, for about 10 years.
Why is it doing that? Oh, there we go. So we can see him over here. Yeah.
I don't know, Travis, did you watch that video from, you watched a little bit of that live, huh, from Taco Joe?
Yeah. Oh, I watched a bunch of it.
You see how they're letting them line up, and then they're bringing in groups of like 20 to 30 at a time, opening the gate.
Yep.
Wow. We'll see. It's going to be an absolute shit show on Wednesday.
Well, we're having a full-on shit show right now.
Yeah. They were making fires to try to keep warm, but it started raining, so I put out the fire. Yeah, I'm just gonna go get some sleep. I'm probably gonna get an hour of sleep and then we'll rack out for an hour and come wake up and watch the property. Because I mean, last couple of nights I've seen at least one or two in the dark walking up here in the street.
Yeah. You're in a tough spot. Is the Supreme Court getting involved? I seeing that's something else. Isn't all this stuff kind of funky? How can't get it right? That's right, Lauren. Isn't it funny how none of the all the timing is? Congress is out, the Supreme Court's out. Nobody's anywhere to do anything. Why are we not having a emergency congressional meeting about this problem?
It's not high priority, I guess.
The hell it ain't. It's not high priority enough for them, but it is for everybody else.
Yeah. Well, and another thing about this, the Supreme Court is a lot of them are Trump appointees, but they also have a boss too, I'm sure.
I just don't understand. Flat don't understand. I hope all you politicians that are home on your holiday sleep well while everybody else is scared to fucking death because people are coming across this border with guns and fentanyl and Title 42 is a remain in Mexico policy, sissy. And we can look it up. Let me find my mouse.
Also, Title 42 has something to do with the virus, the COVID thing before too, I think.
Does it? We'll look it up real quick. We want to make sure we're reasonably accurate. Title 42. Imagine that. That's up on the top of the priority. It was the Trump era immigration order. Yeah.
Mary Freeland said, one way to mass depopulate. That's another reason exactly right. Yes. The whole goal is to depopulate and get the entire population to under 500 million, just like the Georgia Guidestones used to say. It's part of the 2030 agenda originally.
Oops, wrong one.
Yeah, we can't even see Don. Don, where you at? Can't see you. Ghost? Are you in a movie? That's right. Yeah. Don is on channel 55. Yep, that's exactly right. Well, the Democrats are unstoppable. I mean, they're allowing this to happen, getting elections, away with it. I mean, they're invincible. Yeah. Hey, maybe that's what we should do, Travis, is just rent like 4 or 5 buses and just stroll up there on buses.
Hear you.
Come on.
I can hear you with a plane in the background.
Can you hear me now?
For just a second. Texas, I've got severe tent. If there's any background noise, I can't hear you.
Well, I didn't hear what you said, Travis. You broke up.
I can hear you.
Okay. Hold on. What about now?
You have to stop the video. Okay, I thought the video was playing on your end. Yeah, I can't hear you. If there's any background noise, I can't hear you. I thought you were playing that, and I was like, okay.
Oh, no, I wasn't playing nothing.
All right. California's a sanctuary state, but the governor told Biden he doesn't want any more immigrants to California. Yeah, no doubt. Let's see here. No, I'm on 59. Let me go back because I thought I was on the wrong one too. I'll probably have to go in and undo it on Google.
No, what I was saying is maybe that's what we should do, Travis, is get rent like 4 or 5 buses and stroll up there with a bunch of people and say, "Hey, come on, we'll take you to your destination."
No. Huckabee's been talking about the Brunson case. Interesting. What does he have to say about that, Richard? That's
Yeah.
see, and I talked to another friend of mine today too. And doesn't it seem fishy that when one of these superstar so-called truthers starts losing their luster, that a new one blooms out of nowhere? Does anybody know any of the history about the Brunson brothers? I think it still gives me a little bit of hope that something could be fixed, but I'm still terrified to death that it's going to be another goalpost pusher. There's not even a goalpost left to move. There's not. I'm sorry. There's no.
Let me tell you about the Brunson case. There is a lot of people think it's a big case. It's actually not. Now this is coming from Robert Barnes today. So the Brunson case is two pro se lawyers trying to go in there to get help with filling out affidavits and stuff from the Supreme Court. It's not anything to do with the current thing that's going on right now, though. So Robert Barnes gets emails every day, a lot of emails asking, "Does this mean about elections and stuff?" And it has nothing to do with it.
Well, it really doesn't. It has everything to do with the constitutional process that they cheated us out of.
Well, maybe, and that's going to set a precedence for some of that. But I think that's not going to have any relevance to these 2020 and 2022 at all. I think Kari Lake's case is one of the greatest cases ever written down. I think she's gonna pull through this. She did a really good job of hiring a great lawyer. See what happens, because she's not down by very many votes. So,
yeah, I'm not saying that the Brunson brothers aren't good guys. But where did they come from? Did anybody hear? Did anybody know who they were beforehand? So when I'm not even sure what the original truther was, but then we went to this guy, and then we went. Oh, it was Brad Barton, and then Phil Godlewski come around, Mike Penny, and all them guys. But if you notice, as each of those fizzle out, we get somebody out of nowhere. Is the only thing I'm saying.
right.
This is what I think they're doing, and somebody can disagree with me all they want to, and that's okay. That's their opinion. I think they're sending these people in here to keep us calm so nothing happens and they just run over our ass.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a big distraction.
Huh?
It's just a giant distraction to keep us all occupied. So you just go back to sleep, and then they can just keep rocking over the top of us.
Just get your popcorn out and sit in your chair and don't do anything. Well, you know what? I did that for the first year because I didn't know what to think. But the more I think about it now, and that's why I like to go get involved. I'm headed to Pennsylvania to help a retired disabled lady because she's fighting for her grandkids out in Pennsylvania because she physically can't go to these school board meetings. She wants us to go shoot it. And it goes on depth. But do believe something will happen. I agree, Lily J. But do you think that it's to keep the masses calmed down? I mean, that's what it looks like to me. Because after Jay's sick, the American people should have done what South America did. I'm sorry, especially after those people have been treated like they have. But the American men are too feminine to stand up and show their ass. You know what? I got very little left. I came into this world with nothing. I got most of it left, and I'm going to spend it all making sure my children and my grandchildren have the America that I grew up in. And at the ultimate cost, I don't care anymore. I don't fucking care, period. If they throw me in jail, fine. I don't care. I get 3 hots and a cot. We're good.
Yeah.
You know, we've got to start somewhere. Money, power, and control. That's exactly right.
Yeah, and that's what they want: money, power, and control. But my thing is that once they control every single citizen and person on the entire planet, what fun is that? There's going to be nobody left to control.
Right. Lily J's got a good comment there. She says American men have become whiners. Just saying, they're not just whiners. The American men have become prairie dogs. All they do is stand at the hole and bark. They do nothing. Well, my ass is going to start getting involved more and more and more. I will go as far as I can afford to go, and I'll do everything that I promised I would do. On January 4th, I will be in, I can't remember what county. We are going to broadcast the school board meeting up there. I guess it's awful. I guess this is a huge deal. So I will broadcast it on both my channels. I think Mike's going to put it on his channel. I've got a couple, what is it? We're hoping to get, let me see. I think it's, crap, where's that? We the People podcast is going to hopefully come out and help us out. I want to get it everywhere. You know, I don't have a big audience, so I'm not going to make a huge difference. But I'm going to make a lot of noise.
Well, yeah, I mean, we need more and more people like you, Travis, like that. I mean, yeah.
Well, I'm all but retired or retarded. It sounds one or the other. I'm not sure which. But somebody's got to do it. We're not having these issues in Oklahoma because our people are still pretty level-headed. The minute it comes to my grandchildren's school, they are not going to like me.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. Because I will come after them. I'm actually after several of my politicians. Some of the guys I know on the state legislature. Because they've let 17,000 acres be sold to a Chinese entity. It's against our Constitution.
Yeah. Well, you mean did they sell it directly to Chinese?
Go ahead.
Did they sell it directly to Chinese or to Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation?
No. Bill and Linda own quite a bit of land there too. But this is a Chinese entity.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
Yes, Biggins, good point. Every river starts with one drop of water. Yep. Very well said. Well, this lady that we're going out there to help, she's covering them up in paperwork. And I guess they're squirming like hell. And she can't hardly get out of her house. And she asked if somebody would come in Mike's chat. And I said, I would absolutely. I said, if you'll email Mike and he'll give you my contact information and I will drive out there and do it.
That's awesome.
So it's, and we'll reevaluate this trip to the border in January if there is anything left, because it's too dangerous right down there for us right now. I mean,
yeah,
like I said, if that's what it costs, that's what it cost. But I want the story to be told. I don't give a shit about anything else. I want the American people to know we're being screwed and why and how. And it's all
the angle that we could get if we went to El Paso side or US side, we wouldn't even be able to see it because the way the angle that they're at. And we get more shit from the Border Patrol, and probably and there's sheriffs there too. Probably they're waiting. So there's 4 sheriff vehicles there waiting specifically for media and stuff like that too.
So how do you take out I do remember. D-Dog told me there is a way to take out the sheriff. But even if you do, it doesn't do you any good. All you're going to do, you're going to get their bond. It's going to take a while. They're still going to be in charge, and we're still going to be screwed.
Yeah, the things with the sheriffs, you'd have to happen, like with the sheriff, you would have to go and evaluate them long before any of this stuff happens. But in the middle of this happening right now, it's damn near literally impossible right now. They're gonna have their little deputies going and say, no, we were given orders to arrest you, even if you bring out a camera. Like, it doesn't, they don't give a crap about the Constitution. They'll stick you in jail and let you sort it out later, and you'll have to pay out money just to get out of jail.
See, and that's the pattern I was talking about today. These sheriffs, they're just as corrupt as anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Or even on a local level. I got stopped the last time I come through here because I had a crack in my windshield. Nice kid. Knew his rights. He knew my rights. No problem. Carry on.
Wow.
But he knew I was going to dig in his ass. I said, wait a minute. He said, nope. This is this. This is this. This is this. And I said, okay, well, so is this. And he said, yes, sir, you are correct. Be on your merry way.
See, that's what we need more of today.
Yep. If you don't know your rights, you don't know your rights. And it's a bad deal. Good night, Hebrew.
Yeah. Well, the Fourth Amendment protects you from your home and also from the inside your vehicle, but not as quite as strong of a protection inside your vehicle as it should be, as it is in your home. Should be. But see, whenever they made driving a privilege instead of an actual right, which technically it is a right because you have a right to travel. So they start, breaking your glass.
Even the Supreme Court has ruled you don't have to have a driver's license to travel in your vehicle. It is your personal property. It is your personal property.
Yep.
Yep. And I've played it many times.
Oh, yeah, that's when I looked up that article actually on the Supreme Court when they did rule on that. It was a long, it was 4 or 5 pages long. I read the whole thing.
Right. I think it was June of 2020 that they ruled on that, wasn't it?
Something like that. I think it was July.
Hang on. You may be right. They did again in 22. Let's see what this says. When I didn't have a driver's license, dude, I got stopped multiple times. You know how many tickets I got? None.
None?
None. Well, for starters, they don't have the capacity. They don't have the capacity to fight you on everything. Did you know if you get a speeding ticket that you have the right to settle that on the side of the road?
Oh, yeah.
Those people don't know that. And if they won't let you, you sign on the bottom of it. I can't remember.
Right. The radar. If they can't show you the radar and prove you the radar, then there's no reason for that you committed a crime at all.
Right.
Or traffic violation.
Even if they show it to you, you still have the right to settle that right then and there. That's good, Richard. He says that they got two good constitutional sheriffs in Amarillo. That's a good thing. Yeah. There's D-Dog here. There's the man that knows all the stuff. 64 SCOTUS opinions in a license not needed to travel on roads by automobile. There you go.
Well, here's the thing, D-Dog. That is true by the Supreme Court, but whoever listens to the ruling of the Supreme Court anymore these days?
No doubt. They're wanting to abolish the Supreme Court.
I mean, it would be great if we had the member of the Supreme Court riding with us in our vehicle as we go every single day, but that's not even physically possible. So that's the thing. We have to battle these local areas here who say, well, Supreme Court ruled on that? I don't know. I don't even care. It's just, and then they just arrest you and then they start dicking around with you. So, and then you have to look like a jackass by fighting the local police department or sheriffs by saying the Supreme Court ruled on this in 1975 or 1995. They're going to put you in jail and say, well, we'll talk with your lawyer about that.
Yeah.
I think we should bring back the Wild Wild West.
Well, that and remove all the warning labels off everything, and that natural selection take its place. Yes, you can actually ask for when the last time the radar was calibrated.
Yeah.
You can question the quality of the radar. You can question a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you can also go into court once they say show up at court this day, and one of them is if, of course, the officer doesn't show up, you automatically get dismissed. The other one is say you want a court of record, which is you want a trial.
That's exactly
judge,
what people tell you. You want a court of records. Yeah.
They're not going to want to pay money because they're going to have to pay money for a trial on a speeding ticket. Never heard of.
They don't need to recognize the Supreme Court. They have to show intent to commit a crime. You're exactly right. Anything that you get in a car is an infraction. They can write you a ticket for it. Without a victim, there is no crime committed.
Right. No damages.
Okay, so Don's saying that we have a place to stay in Del Rio or Laredo, and even way south. Well, Laredo's like as far south as you're going to get, buddy. I have a place not close to El Paso. Okay, well, maybe we'll do some, Don. We'll talk on the phone a couple times here and figure out. I do know D-Dog. I'm going out to help this lady that's already doing all the stuff that that you're teaching. She's what is it? Jose. She's one of his people. And she's a disabled woman, and she wants us to go video or live stream the school board meetings out there. So I'm going to set up, we're working on setting up several channels to go out there and do this for January the 4th.
That's going to be awesome. I want to say what D-Dog said. Absolutely. That's good to know. Good information. Anything over $20, you have a right for a trial for.
Yep.
Okay.
David Jose. That's exactly. But she's a student, and she's done amazing work. Amazing work. Yeah, I know, Lily. It's okay. I just didn't turn them on. I usually get more people if I leave both of them going. We're not interesting enough to get a very big crowd anyway, so I figured 2 channels might give me a better shot at it. Yep. Thank you, Don. Richard did relay the message. I don't know why I can't see him on either channel.
I don't know.
No, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. But anyway.
Well, I got to run. Get a couple hours of sleep and wake up at 1 o'clock.
Okay, man. I appreciate you coming in. Information is always good. We really need to be paying attention to this stuff.
Yeah.
Because
if everybody hasn't checked it out, First Responders Media on YouTube. He's going to be doing the live stream tomorrow at El Paso border.
Yep. It's scary shit down there. And come Wednesday, it's really going to be bad. You see Dylan on 55? See, I'm on 55 and I can't see him. And I went and checked. He's not blocked.
I could really use some brass ammo right now. If anybody has any, I can borrow some.
You need some what?
Brass ammo. Try to cut it, not say it straight out on YouTube.
You need some precious metals.
Precious metals. Some precious metal.
Right. Heck yeah.
All right. Thanks for having me on, Travis. And
hey, thank you for coming out. I think we're looking into the right areas. And, instead of all this worrying about whether or not we're Nassar Jassar is coming, which I don't give a shit about and I don't believe in, we're not paying attention to the shit that's really happening. You know, does anybody know that the Pentagon's missing $3 trillion again, and they can only account for 61% of their assets? Nope.
That's nothing compared to what's going on. We have people coming across the border by shitloads, taking over. They're going to be running for our city councils. They're going to be running for government. These people are not even citizens, and the government is going to allow them to take seat in our house and everything. And they're going to change the way we live. That's the focal point. We can't allow this to happen. We have to rise up peacefully, but we have to do it in a way of exposing them. So.
Fishing place is only 45 minutes away. Yeah, you're right, Texas. We'll keep talking back and forth, and we'll start planning some of this stuff if there's any country left after January.
Yeah, for real. All right, Travis. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, you need help. If you need help moving out of there, all you gotta do is call, brother.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. Good night, Biggins.
All right. Good night, everybody.
D-Dog, come tell us more. I've actually learned quite a bit, and I've gotten out of quite a bit by listening to what you say. They want to keep us shadow. They want to keep us. We're all a bunch of mushrooms. Keep us in the dark. Feed us full of shit. But I'm quite sure we're going to need a bunch of help with some of this stuff that Denise is doing in Pennsylvania. And I'm going to go out to shoot it live. She's already doing all the paperwork, so we'll get documentation of that. And I want to go to the school board meeting, and I want to blow their shit up. They may throw us out of there, but that won't be the first time I've been thrown out of the place. I'll just tell them I've been thrown in worse than that. Don Ritchie. What's up, Don? Nope, got no volume, buddy.
Okay, I had to turn on my mic.
You got her now, bub.
Well, you know how big Texas is because you've been a driver for all your life, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, heck, you can drive from East Texas to West Texas, El Paso, and you would have gone through 37 states. That's an exaggeration, but that's a true story.
Pretty much. I know how to drive from your house to Laredo and cut across, buddy.
Well, I know that. But I live in San Antonio. You got a room. Feed your ass. If you want to go to Laredo, if you want to go to Del Rio, which is close to my ranch in Rock Springs, if you want to go down south, I got a fishing house. It's not fancy, but it's got air conditioning, heat. You want to, okay, it's close to McAllen, and it's, you know where Harlingen is, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And it's on the beach. Maybe do a fishing trip or two. But if you want to see it all, I can give you those points of reference if you want to do lives.
Okay.
And I would be happy to do it.
Yeah, because I think it's important that we start trying to show what the hell's going on.
Well, and I put it in chat, and you probably didn't see it, but our governor is I had to hold my nose and vote for him. He's a POS. And, you know, I don't, yes, he's in a wheelchair, and I pray for him for his maladies, but he's not who we need in this great state of Texas, in my opinion. You had a great guest on, by the way. But what bothers me, and I think for the most part, and you're probably not going to agree, and that's okay because we always agree to disagree mostly. Uh, this influx of people, especially in El Paso, it's absolutely bat poop crazy. I'm trying to clean it up for you.
You ain't got to clean it up here.
Well, you know what I'm saying. For the ladies, there's they're talking 2 to 3 to 4,000 people a day
After Wednesday,
climbing the.
after
I'm sorry.
Wednesday, talking way worse.
I know because they know that Title 42 is coming.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so I mean, and I'm going to talk to you because we had a really good conversation the other night, and as you know, but and I'm going to propose it in front of your channel. What is the purpose of this? Why are we letting these people in? I believe. Okay, and then you can come back at me as always. I believe it's for human trafficking because that has been shut down hugely throughout the world. You know, yes, it's babies, yes, it's females, mostly females. Um, you know, look at Haiti. This is a worldwide situation. Is what I'm trying to say. I put it in the chat. I don't know if you. We're in a spiritual war.
Well,
This is
I would agree with that. I would agree with that, but you're exactly right. You didn't watch any of the live? I'll send you the link. Watch this guy live tomorrow. They're separating the women and the children and the men.
Exactly. Why?
Good question. Where are the children? Can they account for one?
How are they? Who are they feeding? Think about say feeding with a capital F E D. They have been shut down in Ukraine. They've been shut down. I mean, throughout the whole world, from what I understand. I may be wrong, but we're.
So if it's all been shut down in all these other countries, the American people are fast tracking them in here to ship them over there.
Exactly.
That's a possibility. I see.
That's my point of view. I'm not saying I'm right.
Well, I'm just saying. I see what you're saying. Now we're echoing. Can you mute your mic for just a second?
Yes, sir.
I see exactly.
Hold on.
Okay. Here, I got it.
Funny as shit.
There, I got you. So I see exactly what you're talking about. If anybody in this administration can account for 5 of all those children that come across the border, I call you out now. Oh, you got other stuff nowhere, Donald.
I agree. Travis, I agree with you. I mean, it's a sad situation. I mean, I don't think until it all comes out, and I don't think we're going to get it all. The ugliness that has been going on throughout this world, and I have my opinions, and I'm not going to state them here, but the ugliness that has been going on in this world, I mean, for me, I stand for. I can't imagine one of my grandkids. I'd go batshit crazy.
Oh, what? Yep.
And I got
Yep.
12.
So I got
I would go to the ends of the earth, spend every penny I have, and I wouldn't, if I found them, I wouldn't think twice, if you know what I'm saying.
Same here.
I wouldn't think twice. Double tap, you're done. But I mean, that's happening. And there's some people in our community, and that's okay. They don't believe it's happening. I mean, when I was growing up, and well, I'm a bit older than you. I mean, we saw these children on the milk cartons, right? And I never paid attention to it. I drank them, went on my way.
Hey, refresh your link.
Okay,
Let's
I'll be back.
All right.
All right, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Now, it's
I'll leave and come back.
just refresh it. Put it down and refresh.
How do I do that? I have to leave first.
Stick your finger on top of your screen and pull it straight down. What's up, Rhino?
What's up, Travis?
Not much. I feel like I'm going to live again.
Well, that's always a good way to be. The other side is not that great, I don't think. Never been there yet. Never been there yet. You can't send a text back to you and tell you.
No, he's echoing. Yeah,
Am I back?
You're echoing.
I'm gone.
All right. Go restart and come back. What if he's got is he using a Bluetooth speaker or what?
Your guess is good. I have not figured that out. I don't understand it.
I've never seen that before. He was fine for what, 30 minutes? 15, 20?
I don't know. I just got here, so I don't know. Oh, shit's funny. It's not, but it is. I mean, I don't get it.
Oh, I didn't know that, Kathy. I didn't know that Sam's Club took the missing kids down off their wall. Isn't that suspicious? That's weird.
Got Lily J's in the house. Lily J's in the house. Woo, woo, woo. She's snarfing some cookies. Lily J's snarfing some cookies. Ooh, she's getting some oatmeal raisin cookies. Snarfing them.
Well, when I was on one of my road trips, Christopher was baking, and I asked him if he was making oatmeal raisin cookies. He said that was one of his favorites. So I tell him every time I see him in chat, we want oatmeal raisin cookies. He's going to make them after Christmas, I think.
Cool.
Okay, Julie, I don't know if I haven't made contact with him. I just know somebody that knows him. I'll drop you my email and chat.
Tell me the Philippines ain't whack. They got rid of everything except you got to take a test before you fly now. That's just dumb.
Yeah. The whole world's fixing to catch on fire.
We can only hope, but
I think it's absolutely coming. How's our Christmas going to be when they send 60,000 over the border? People like Texas Info Warrior, they don't stand a chance.
being the only corporate sponsor for the drag shows.
Yeah.
What drag shows?
Oh, you haven't seen, huh?
No, it must be out of the loop on that one.
Yeah. Tractor Supply come out and nationally sponsored the drag shows for the children.
What? That's
Yep.
just whack.
Sorry, Christopher. I didn't mean to get you in trouble, buddy. Yep, absolutely did.
Oh, I might know. I must have read that wrong. I thought they were talking about drag races. I didn't. That's how stupid my ass is. I'm like, okay, they fucking have drag races in the wintertime? I'm like, maybe they do. I don't know. Like,
no.
Oh my God. See, I wouldn't even think. I mean, you say drag, I'm thinking of a drag race or something. I'm like, not talking.
No.
Okay. Especially when you're talking kids. I'm like, that's not the first thing popped into my mind, but.
Yeah. That's what, yep, national. It's a national deal. They're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars pushing
Oh,
this.
no, they're not sticking no stick up my nose. If they can't swab the cheek, then they're not even getting anywhere near that test. We'll fly to Thailand and import her ass to Thailand.
If it's such a contagious disease, why do they got to go to the back of your fucking throat and poke you in the brain to get it? They don't. It's in your spit.
Because people are too stupid. Because that's how they poke your blood-brain barrier and everything else. Anybody that lets another person stick a stick up their nose and the other person holds the end of that stick is stupid. I don't care who you are. It's like somebody waving a knife in front of your eyes. I'm sorry. I'm not going to see if you're going to poke me or not. I'm punching the fuck out of you. Too bad. Sorry.
I'm on your side with this one.
It's just after the first month, I'm sorry. I'll give people the first month. After the first month, you knew there was too much information out there that okay, this is all bullshit and it's all horse crap.
Well,
so
notice how many things have graphene oxide in them now.
Well, okay. Here's one. What did they get everybody addicted to? Hand sanitizer. Where's the next thing they're going to put shit in to get into your system? Hand sanitizer, because everybody thinks, oh, it's such wonderful shit. And now they got kids doing the shit. When you were little, you never washed your hands unless mom caught you eating a sandwich. What is all over your hands? Go wash your hands, damn it. You be eating your hands, be dirty as shit. You be eating a sandwich and not think nothing of it. Christ, now, oh, let me have the hand sanitizer. Oh. Stick a what up you wear? A stick. A stick with a cotton swab up your fucking nose, Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Pull your mind out of the gutter, big boy. Pull your mind out of the gutter there, Squidlid.
So Christopher says he's going to send me some oatmeal raisin cookies. He wants me to share with Lily. And look, now these are my favorite cookies, but I would share them with her. She may be the only one that gets any of those cookies, but I would share with her.
I'm going to intercept the packet before it even gets out of your fucking house. Somebody intercept the package. She ain't getting shit. Fend for herself. Bye, Mr. Miley. Ooh, Smiley Molly, the fat army fucker. Guaranteed didn't earn half the ribbons that are on that fucking fat ass chest of his.
Did you go read the Gateway Pundit? They're calling for a court martial. You're welcome, Lily J. If roles were reversed, you'd share with me.
I ain't getting a crumb. I ain't gonna get a crumb. Getting a crumb.
It can't be the article. Cold, greasy hands never died. That's right, Richard. We still don't. God made dirt and it won't hurt. Exactly. If y'all knew how many nasty things I had on my hands when I ate, ain't nothing killing me.
I was told the burger has been moved this evening. Moved where? Like protected or?
Moved or removed? That is the question.
Well, he didn't get removed from my understanding. Okay, if you go by, it's supposed to take place January 1st. Okay, if Berger moves up to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs officially, then he can no longer be Commandant of the Marine Corps, which the guy Eric, whatever his last name is now supposedly assumed the position of Commandant of the Marine Corps, effective January 1. So that would be perfectly in line with the normal lines of succession, because Berger cannot hold both positions. He's been doing it unofficially. So I guess now it's become official, or it's going to be as of January 1st. I don't know. That's kind of weird.
I don't know.
Well, what the big thing when they tried to say that Berger was stepping down and all this other stuff, there's a massive leak in the top echelon of the White Hats. They're trying out to find who the fuck it is, because they put out a bogus story that they were going to do a raid or something on somewhere, and then they flew over like they were going to land, and there was 5 times as many people, personnel, troops as there was supposed to be at this location. And they're like, oh, isn't that nice? Well, how the fuck did that happen? So they said they knew they have a high level leak somewhere. They just don't know where yet.
Yeah, it says he had resigned current position and had been moved this evening for holding. I don't know. I don't know.
Who, Berger or Miley?
Berger. That's what he's talking about, is Berger. Or no. Yep, Berger.
Don't make no sense, but okay.
He had resigned his current position and has moved this evening for holding. That can't be cool.
Well, maybe. Well, it depends. It could be because. Well, what I'm saying, if he resigns, it's okay. He cannot be. He can't be Commandant of the Marine Corps and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Oh, there you go. Holding for CJC, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs. There you go. He cannot be both at the same time. That makes perfect sense.
Hey, so he can't be. I got you, Don. You're in here. You're up here.
Okay. Well, right now, unofficially, he's the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, but he's also Commandant of the Marine Corps. If they make it official, he cannot be Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and Commandant of the Marine Corps at the same time. So he resigned his position of the Commandant of the Marine Corps to take the position of Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. The other guy, Eric, whatever his name is now assumed, or is going to assume, his position as Commandant of the Marine Corps. Perfect logical ascension in the ranks of the Marine Corps.
There, we hear you, Don.
Am I here?
Yep.
Am I okay?
Yep.
That's up for debate, but
And I love you for that. I just don't want to echo on Travis's show.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, you're good.
I love my new internet, but anyway, David, you say a lot of good things. There's a lot of movement going on, and I've kind of done a dig on that, and I know you have too. There's some really crazy stuff going on. Him retiring and moving to a new position. Am I correct on that?
no. Okay. Let me explain this slower. Right now, General Berger's billet is Commandant of the Marine Corps.
Okay.
Unofficially, for the last 6 months to a year, he has also been the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. They sacked Milley long ago. He has not been officially made chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Now
Okay.
that appears to be changing. He cannot
Correct.
hold both positions. So he
So
has
what I said
resigned as
is true.
Commandant of the Marine Corps. He is now assuming the position of Chairman of the
Correct.
Joint Chiefs of Staff as
Miley's
of
out.
January 1st.
All right, let's go bottom line. Is Miley out?
He's been out way back when, but now it's
Okay.
coming out in public. And
All
I
right.
assume they're also now, they can make it official that Berger is now Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. And then the other guy assumes his position as Commandant of the Marine Corps.
Now, who did he name? I saw an article on that.
Who did
And
you
is
what
it
to?
Christopher? I can't think of his name. I'm sorry. I apologize. That took over his position. What's his name? I thought it was
Eric.
Christopher.
No, you're thinking wrong. Eric, somebody from the Marine Corps. He's a I think he's a 3 or 4 star general. Also, is taking over as Commandant of the Marine Corps.
Okay, I think it's Christopher, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong. I apologize to the chat.
Are you talking about chairman of or are you talking about the head of the Department of Defense?
No.
All right. Well, there's no.
I just caught it. I've been X'd out for, I had Christmas and all that, blah, blah, blah. But I saw something, a blitz, and I know you keep close eye on that, and I appreciate that. But I thought the last name was Christopher that he named take over his position, and I may be totally wrong.
I don't think so, but I don't remember what Eric's last name is. I don't think it's Christopher, but.
And that's fine. I mean, like I said, I don't know for sure.
I seen that on your show. What is he supposed to be?
Who?
The guy y'all were talking about. Is he some general or something?
Yes,
he's like a 3-star.
He's a 3 or 4 star general. He's under Berger.
Right. Yes.
Well, if you want to hold on a second, I can find out exactly what his name is.
Hang on,
absolutely.
Hang on.
Yeah.
General, it's Eric Olson. Nope. Yep. January 4th, 1952, as a retired U.S. Navy admiral, as blah, 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 blah. 4-star. Oh, that was through 2011. Eric T. Hill.
I trust Marines more than I trust any part of the military, to be honest with you. That's all I got to say, Travis.
Kurla. Maybe. Let's see what Kurla's deal is. I'm just trying to figure out what his name was.
Well, I know that David will figure it out.
His name is Eric M. Smith. Eric Smith.
Yeah, Mary already beat you to it, bub. Good. Thank you. I know now you're cutting. Now everybody's cutting out. Blip, 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 blip. And my signal is better than it ever been. We're on Ethernet again for today in the morning.
I got 4 bars, 5 bars. Got me the green, baby. Woo-woo.
Green. Dawn's cutting out. I don't know why she's cutting out.
Well, I'll give you the piece of the information that I get from across the pond, coming from a 2-star general in, let's say, the military of the British. We can't say what part of, but he talks to General Berger 2 or 3 times a week. So that tells you how high up his connections there are. He told me, he said that they have a massive leak somewhere in the upper echelon of the White Hats, and they're trying to find out who it fucking is. That's why they've been putting out all kinds of bullshit disinformation left and fucking right to see who bites on it and where it comes from and where it goes. And he asked the guy, Brian, that feeds me this stuff. He goes, who you talking to in America? He goes, the former Marine. He goes, just tell him we got your back. So you can take that for whatever it is. And they asked about Monkey. He said, Monkey is control. You can take that for whatever you want to make it be, but.
Well, and I'm not questioning Brian's words, but I don't know who he is. I mean, I'm sorry. Everything to me is psyop.
Well, I got his background in the Telegram. If I really wanted to pull it and tell you where he's at, he put his whole what he was and where he was and all this other stuff. So,
right. So it's verifiable stuff. You verified it?
Yes.
Okay.
The guy. He's also driving around with this guy. The guy's paying him on his own dime. So, I mean,
okay. Well, the only reason I was asking, because I've really never asked that question. You know, we asked for Dawn to bring all the receipts, but and I'm not trying to discredit the guy, but I don't know him from Adam on Blossom. You know.
Well, from my understanding, whether it's true or not, he goes back to the days of Charles Beckworth. If you know who he is, he also had a hand in forming the original Delta Force. So this guy goes back long and far and wide, supposedly. So he's not going to get, as far as the 2 stars name, that's not going to be given out. No. As far as the credentials of Brian, yeah, I can go back and pull them if they really needed to be. But I don't think he's feeding us a line of horse shit or anything else. And okay, just like I told you about Gitmo, and then all of a sudden, Jeff B, out of the blue, we weren't talking about Gitmo, said almost exactly the same shit, word for word, about Gitmo. I said, whoa, isn't that interesting?
Yep. We were just having a conversation before that.
Right. And it had nothing to do with Gitmo, and Gitmo wasn't even brought up until he said something about it. I said, whoa, ain't that amazing? So put it this way, there's something that is supposed to happen before Christmas. Whether it's good or bad, that's the question mark. We have no clue, and we're not being told. So
6 days.
Well, 6 days or okay. So I mean, I don't know. I mean,
hey, now, you know what's going to happen bad is on Wednesday they're going to open the border, flood our ass with fucking idiots.
Well, I mean, I mean,
you're going to have a very Merry Christmas with the illegal aliens up your asshole.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know. I think we already got, okay, if you take the 2.5 million that supposedly you've already done cross the border and you split that in half, 1 million of them already been to terrorist training camps. So that's a fucking nasty fucking figure. Plus, you also forget, we got how many Afghans here that are going after one thing called the infrastructure. So.
Oh, I know.
It's like, okay.
About that Merry Christmas. See, this is another one of those things that I say all the time. Now, this is on Trump. If nothing happens before Christmas, this is on Trump personally. He said it, came from his mouth. It's his ass this time. But all the other stuff that everybody else is saying that he's supposed to be doing and he's involved with, he's never acknowledged. So I'm going to hold him to this one.
Okay, well, that's the same way as the Brunson lawyer or whatever was saying, oh, we're going to have a very Merry Christmas. And supposedly this case, what they're saying, I'm just repeating what's been said. I'm not saying it, that this case has already been decided and the decision's already been rendered. I find that hard to believe, going by their previous stances on E-crap. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. But I guess we shall see.
Are these guys the next Derek Johnson? Because Derek Johnson's starting to get a lot of people that's not believing his shit either.
Okay, what's
the domino effect? These guys that are out here spewing stuff, when one of them loses their luster, another one comes along, and they all get back together and they blow each other's dicks, and then it's a new.
Okay, here's three things that I can tell you right now. Patriot missiles going to Ukraine had to be signed off at the toppest level of the United States, aka the Department of Defense Secretary N. Joseph R. Biden. They would have to pass his deck, and he would have to okay it. That doesn't just happen from the Secretary of Defense saying, "Oh, we're going to ship missiles to Ukraine." That has to pass by the president's desk, and he either yays or nays it, whether he signs on it or not. He still has to say yay or nay.
You know damn good and well he's going to sign off on it.
Exactly, just like Ukraine's striking Russian air bases with United States help. That had to be signed off at the highest levels of the United States government. Again, Secretary of Defense, aka also Mr. Biden. Same way with Nord Stream 1 pipelines being destroyed by a United States sub that was caught by a P-8 that now is sitting in about 15 fucking boxes.
Right.
Hey, Travis, may I interject something, please?
Yep, go right ahead.
Okay, I mean, I don't need to. I love getting the intel from David when we're doing it like this. You got to realize that, in my opinion only, this is to the chat and everybody, he doesn't exist. The president, your fake resident president is not the president. This is all.
No, hang on for a second, Rhino, before you blast off on him.
I know he will.
So
I love him.
But hang on. So you're saying that the resident's not in charge? We already know that. Obama's the one in charge. But you're going to tell me who's in charge?
The commander in chief.
So you're telling me he's let all these things happen to the American people?
Yes, I am.
Then he's guilty of treason.
Yes.
Just Jeff B says.
No, he's not guilty of treason. He is letting.
You do not let the enemy. You do not let your enemy kill your people, and that's exactly what they've done.
Well, all right. We can go deeper on that if you want. I'd be happy to do that. But what I'm saying is, what's happening, and I think it's a bunch of bullshit too, like David does, and so do you. I mean, I agree with a lot of what David says, and I agree with what a lot you say. That's why I'm here.
So
what I'm telling you is, I listened to Kerry Cassidy and what was his name? Dadgummit. Renegade Redneck. And I got a wake-up call on that deal. And they're both calling like you're calling, okay? I mean, you can laugh all you want, Rhino. It was a very good show. Kerry Cassidy is just straight up as to be.
I'm just laughing at the name. I'm not laughing at the show. I'm laughing at the name.
But what I'm saying is, I'm going like, now I'm questioning me. And what I've dug on, and then now I dig deeper. And so and I still have faith. Don't get me wrong. Never doubt my faith. Okay. Number one, that's what I'm going to say up front. But now, again, I'm sitting here going, what the fuck?
Well, okay.
We've got all this information. We've got all this stuff. Rhino and I used to talk offline a lot, and it was good conversations, as you and me do, Travis. And I'm going like, all right, what's the purpose? Why is this happening like it is? I mean, there are very many tired patriots out there. You guys are both patriots. I know it. We love our country. We want it for our grandkids and all that stuff. Say whatever you want to say.
Here's one question I have to answer. It's okay. So Gitmo is all a charade going by what we're being told. Gitmo has, as I told you before, has 117 people in it. Afghan ISIS drug runners. It has no politicians or celebrities, and no one's been hung or shot there in the last 2 years. So where are they taking all these fucking people?
Sierra del Fuego?
Good question.
Sierra del Fuego?
Too small.
Well, Hillary was hung in 2018. I can give you the date, the time, when it happened.
Well,
she's already been hung.
Well,
now look at this question.
Wait a minute. Who was
No, this will be fun. This will be fun. Look at the Hillary Clinton clone, or not clone, but double. She's 5 inches shorter
Hold on.
than the real Hillary Clinton.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hillary Clinton was hung?
Yep.
Are you sure about that? Are you 100% sure about that?
Oh, no, it wasn't there.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Other reports that Hillary Clinton died of a brain disease from taking the A word. She died of Crutchfield, whatever it's Crutchfield, Hodgkins, or something along those lines, from taking a certain A.
So you're agreeing that she's dead. So you're agreeing that she's dead.
I don't know for a fact. I'm reporting. I'm saying what
so,
people have said.
Okay.
Do I know for 100% fact that she's dead? No.
Nobody does.
Not.
All right. Let me say this to you guys. I love you to death.
Kuru.
None of us know shit. None of us know shit. We just try to put the pieces together. You know?
Well, okay. Well, some of the pieces
look at the
people fall apart.
Look at who's playing her right now. You cannot deny. You cannot even think about thinking that's her. Same with Biden. Oh my God, you blind.
Wait a minute, Don. You're jumping subjects. Okay, one of the big mainstays that they've been putting out is Gitmo. Gitmo is an out-and-out fucking lie. It's a distraction. And Monkey Works is part of putting that shit out. Okay, that's a lie. That's a huge fucking lie. So,
and I'll tell you why.
Fall the fuck apart.
Okay, wait a minute, please.
Now, wait a minute. Now we're echoing again, John.
Okay, I'll go away and go and check.
Well, just refresh if you want to. You lasted longer than I thought you were.
Okay, I'll try it again. I mean, all I want to do is say that that's not a, but I'll be back.
Yeah, Hillary's got more lives than two cats. She's been killed like 18 plus times in different ways.
See, and that was the whole purpose of the whole start of my show this evening, is because they're so worried about shit that we can't change that we're not paying attention to the shit that's really happening in America. That fucking that southern border's fixing to fuck us up. I don't know whether anybody's paying any attention or not, but I'm telling you, it's coming. It's not going to be pretty. There's 6,000 people a day coming across that border, unvetted.
Right. Well, the question I got is okay, Abbott said he's going to send out gunboats and tanks and all this other stuff, but ain't none of them showed up unless they're blow-up tanks and blow-up boats, because ain't nothing showed up yet.
Nope, they're not. None of it showed up. And what about deputizing all those people? Did he deputize them?
I'm right there with you on that one.
Am I back?
You're back and you're not echoing.
Oh my goodness gracious. I have one question for both of y'all. Okay, a military tribunal is not a regular trial, right? It's
What?
only a military tribunal for somebody tried of treasonous, crimes against humanity, and whatever else you want to call it. It only lasts at most 3 days. They're done and toast and gone.
Okay.
So, all right, they're not going to hold somebody like the scumbag Hillary Clinton for months. No, they're not. So you may be right. You may be right, David.
Okay.
I forget the exact date.
Now, Don,
Your real true president was present when she got hung.
Now, Don.
Well, I have a question. Who do we know that for a fact?
I wasn't there.
Your boy Penny says that he saw Hillary hanged at Gitmo. How did he get in there? He doesn't have a security clearance.
I've never heard him say that.
Yes, he has.
I watch him very consistently. I think I'll call bullshit on that. He's never said he saw that.
I'll find the clip.
Please. I mean, but you know, we don't need to argue about this. What we need is solutions.
But we're stating facts that we have no receipts on, and we don't know that they're facts. Because
how many receipts do you have? How many? Anything.
That's the problem. That's the problem, Don. Great point. I'm going to mute you because I'm echoing like a motherfucker. Great point, Don. What receipts do we have? Everybody's watching somebody else's content and they're basing their facts on somebody else's opinion. We don't have nobody has the facts. I stick to what I can read, touch, and feel. Now, I muted you, Don.
No, that's fine.
Exactly.
That's fine, Travis. None of us know.
But why are we listening to some of these people?
Good question.
I don't listen to none of them anymore.
Okay, so we've made it. Actually, Travis, this is your best show I've ever heard you do. We don't have facts. None of us do.
And why are we attacking when we think the other one's wrong?
So, fucking on here. Because
why are we attacking each other just because we think the other one's
I'm not attacking you.
That's the bigger
attacking Rhino.
The bigger
I'm
issue.
stating facts that we can know.
But a lot of times, Don, you come in aggressive and you want to tell us how stupid we are because we don't understand and you do more research than we do. I don't believe those are hang on. Whoops, wrong one. I don't believe that's the case. Me and Rhino at least go out and try to read and find articles and stuff. I don't believe a lot of what Rhino talks about. You know, the real raw news stuff. Maybe they've got some legit stuff, but I don't give it much weight. But we're listening to people helping us change our opinions about things that are happening instead of doing our research. I do only reading now. I watch nobody. There you go, Don. You're in. Now we're echoing again. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, and I think for me, and I'm going to send it to you and Rhino, this interview that what's her face? Camelot, Carrie Cassidy or whatever her name is, did with, and it set me back. It really did. And yeah, I do a ton of research, but you know what? Am I just, you know what? I should be practicing playing my guitar instead of doing this shit and let it happen.
Okay, Don. So how much of your research? Yeah, we're echoing. I got you. So I want. This is my question. How much of your research is listening to somebody else's opinion, or researching, reading, and fact checking your own material?
Oh, I do it all.
Okay, I just asked a simple question. I'm not trying to be derogative, because
no, that's fine.
Because a lot of times you come in and you say, "Well, such and such said so and so." Well, you never hear me say such and such said so and so. What's up, Tennessee Ridge Runner?
Hope you don't.
You're echoing like crazy, Don. That's why I had to mute you. If you'll mute when you're not talking and then unmute when you're talking, that'll be great. It's all speculation. Exactly, Lily J. It's exactly right. All we can do is come together as a community and stop hating on people that don't believe the same way and try to make sense of this bullshit that we're being fed with show. Correct? The border is a real deal, Mary. Everything else is guessing. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna jump down.
All right.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I'm muting is because it's echoing like hell for everybody else. We got to figure out your echo problem.
But damn, he got a brand new internet system. It works so well.
Yeah. Well, I think it's something. Sometimes when I talk to you on the phone, it echoes too. Are you using a Bluetooth speaker?
I got my headset on.
That shouldn't echo.
Right.
I don't know, but once in a while when I talk to you, it'll go. I can hear myself talk.
I think some channels are basing on hating or people. Well,
I think that's right. The problem is we're focused on the wrong shit. 66.
Oh, look at Lily J. She's poking the bear. You're funny. You're so funny, Lily J. You're funny as shit. You're funny as shit, Lily J.
But Lily J, I'm 66 years old. Oh.
He was 65 for like 5 years, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, it seemed like a fucking year. It seemed like he got stuck there for a year and a half. He got extra detention credits or something. I don't know. I'm on the same headset there, Kathy, so I don't know. It ain't like I changed nothing.
Hey, Lisa Anderson, how are you?
Ooh.
Get ready for the cold. It's coming your way.
Yeah, you guys can bite shit on that. 28 degrees here coming up. Oh, good.
66 is so in the rear view mirror. I don't know.
Night there, Zoom. Night there, Zoom.
See you tomorrow. See you next time, Zoom. Gracious, good people. So what about the video of Hillary collapsing?
Oh, yeah. I mean, okay, she collapsed, but okay, if you go by protocol, none of it was followed. She should have been taken to a level 1 trauma center, which was not. She was taken to her daughter's house. And then 2 hours later, some chick that looks nothing like her is 4 times shorter, pops the fuck out of the house. Okay, the federal government and the Secret Service work on protocol. If Hillary Clinton collapsed, she should have been taken to a level 1 trauma center. She was not. Okay, anything that happens after that, you're already thinking outside the box. So, really? I mean, okay, that's like if Donald Trump or say Joe Biden collapses. Well, are you going to take Joe Biden to his brother's house in Delaware or to a level 1 trauma center? I mean, just like the Secret Service cars burning in Nantucket. Well, the Secret Service don't rent cars to use. They don't rent cars to use on Secret Service details. Maybe for their personal use, yes, but not when they're on Secret Service detail with the president. They fly in on a C-17 and they come out the back of a plane because there's called what? Chain of custody. I mean, you know, that's just like there's only certain helicopters that the president flies on that are usually guarded when he's not on there. I mean, we don't know if any of these people, high level, have been taken in, arrested. You can't even find out if a little lowlife like Stacey Abrams has been arrested and find out for 100% sure. So how are you going to find out for these big people? And realistically, if you think about it, do you really think that they got actors, doubles, and masks for every one of these high-level people?
Yep.
That's starting to stretch the imagination a little far, I think.
I don't think so, because they don't want them in high-pressure situations. And I think if they're sending them into those situations, they use a double so they're not offed.
Why did this go Saudis and they're buying all Trump's freaking playing cards, which is ridiculous, by the way. But why did they end up buying them all? I don't know. Well, and then if anybody can come up with a reason about them trading cards, because all the people in the military are stupefied by that shit anyway. But I don't know. Can't even find out what they did with his jockey shorts. No, the box. No, I mean, I don't get it. You know, we have absolutely no facts on any of this, really. I'm like,
no, it's all speculation. That's the problem. But see, and I think we're focused on the wrong stuff. We're talking about things that we can't physically touch. We can't do anything about. They're going to do what they're going to do anyway. What we need to do is figure out what we can change and start there.
Right.
In my opinion.
Well, believe me, if us low life could figure out what we could smack, strike, whatever you want to call it, and have a domino effect so it would cascade and make a big enough ripple, I think that shit would have already been done. But
I've got it. I know it. It'll be a personal conversation, face to face. It'll be not a phone within 1,000 miles of us.
Yeah, that's weird because I'm sure we're being listened. I've been waiting for that knock. I've been waiting for that knock.
You wrecked them?
The knock on the hood of the car. Knock, knock, knock. Hello. It's the ATF. Hello. It's whoever. Oh, I can tell you what. I know the Secret Service be listening to this shit because I know somebody that was made T-shirts that had something derogatory against Biden. Fucking a day after he put that shit on the internet, motherfucker, the Secret Service showed up at his house with 3 agents with a cease and desist order. I was like, damn. He called me up. He goes, "You'll never guess who was at my house today." I'm thinking, okay, how the fuck would I know? I don't know. He goes, I was saying like people that he knew. He goes, no, the Secret Service. I was like, what? What the fuck would they be doing at your house? He said, remember the T-shirts that I put online about Biden? He said, yeah. They said they came with the cease and desist order and to confiscate the ones he already had. I was like, oh my God, really? And I forgot what it even said, but it was something that wasn't too fucking nice. And they're like, nope. Yeah, Jeff B said clones for everyone. That's all. He's also saying ass crack for everyone too. So I'm careful with that guy. You gotta watch Jeff B. He's from that squirrely state. He's from that squirrely state. Gotta watch them states. It's got the same letter at the first letter and the last letter. You gotta watch them people.
Yeah, no shit.
Comes with the adoption. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to get you some red curly hair or something. That's the only way we're getting you adopted.
I got friends in no place.
We're gonna have to get you some red curly hair. Ooh.
I need red curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Pat? Sitting there doing what I do.
Cheese cracker. Warm.
If you point the car, I'll guarantee I can get you there quick. She adopted me for my driving skills.
Oh my. Driving skills.
I can get you all the way across the country in a day and a half.
Oh, that reminds me. I got to stop in the fucking U-Haul place tomorrow and ask about that. Taking trucks back to California.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Shit, we only got to do that 2 or 3 times. You make a fucking fortune. They were paying $2,500, and it was what, a year and a half ago. I'm sure the price is going up by now.
I'll bet it is too.
Because last I heard, they still got a major problem with that because they ain't got no trucks in California to fucking rent in certain areas anyway. That'd be bad as fuck. You do that 2 or 3 times, I'll have my bills paid. My ass will be going. See ya. Out of here. Oh, I got to talk to you offline too. When you're going to Pennsylvania?
January 4th, I'm going to be there. I'm going to Carlisle.
Right.
But you want to be a couple hours from where you're going.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We'll go there and rent a truck and throw all that shit on the truck.
Yeah, I'd already be headed that way, but my mother called today and said,
I know. She said she's going to grab them big fucking ears of yours. Said she's dragging your ass the fuck back home for Christmas dinner, boy.
Yep.
She said, I'm going to stick my foot right up that man's ass. I said, ooh, stand by, Mom. I'll relay the message.
Yep. That's exactly what she said. My mother is my grandmother. You know, back in our grandmother's day, they didn't call and ask if you were coming to Christmas dinner. They called and told you you would be there for Christmas dinner.
Well, I'll tell you this, Travis, and I'll tell everybody on this channel. Cherish them while they are here because it's very short-lived. Cherish every minute that you can spend with them because it goes by in a blink of an eye. And it's just like your friends.
Lost my dad when I was 17. I know.
Well, that's just like my friend. I mean, you could tell in his voice, I really don't think he's going to see much of 2023. Fine, they're doing chemo and all this other stuff. But you know how when you talk to people that you really know well, you can tell in their voice that they're like, yeah, they're just like, And I guarantee it probably came from this stupid bullshit that they're pushing or they put in us, whatever. Because he had open heart surgery like 2 years ago, and they're like, oh, yeah, you need to get that. And he's one of them guys that never, I mean, he's not going to question shit like that. He watches mainstream news media and all. I mean, not a bad guy. He's wonderful. I went on the road with him, number. He's my second dad. So, I mean, he'd give you the shirt off his back. There's not many people that are going to take you into their house and let you stay there for almost 2 years and not charge you a fucking dime and feed you at the same time
Right.
while you unfuck your life and license and a bunch of other shit. I mean, there's not many of those people around. Beep, 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 beep. Right. I'm with Mary. I did the same thing after Dallas because he looked like death warmed over for the week or so before Dallas. And he went to Dallas, looked like he got spa treatment, got a nice fucking tan, and it looked like he fucking ready to run a marathon. I said, bullshit that you just had a fucking heart procedure, that your heart was beating at 220 minutes outside the shit. And then to find out he's got a $90,000 GoFundMe shit. I'm like, what? I was like, nah. But I'll put it this way. I tend to believe the shit coming from Britain. And when a guy asked who he was talking to, I said, he goes, an ex-Marine. He said, well, just tell him that we got your back. And my understanding is the military put a huge boot up fucking Trump's ass in the last week or so before he did the playing cards and all that other shit. So take it for what it's worth. Whether it did or didn't happen, I don't know.
Yeah, so my question is, what's it going to change?
I don't know. I mean, realistically, I don't know. I mean, we have no clue what or how this operation is going. If I'm looking from the outside in and going how I know on a military thing, I'm perplexed because I don't get it. It makes absolutely no fucking sense to me, but that's just me.
That's it. That's just it. So let's say, for instance, that this is a chess game. I don't think both sides are stupid. Is there stupid stuff going on both sides? Absolutely.
Well,
Both
everybody.
sides
Okay.
Wait a second. Both sides are playing us. Okay, so all this drag queen stuff is only to piss off the Christians. You know, you mentioned the other night that you think it's going to go hard Christian, right? Are we talking about the white supremacist extremist? Because those are the only ones. Those are the only ones that I can see that are going to cause us that kind of grief. If you're a true Christian, you wouldn't harm anybody unless your life was being harmed.
Well, I don't know. You'll have to. The guy Ark, whatever his name, Jason Bashir is his name. His handle is Ark Air or some shit. You'll have to listen to how he explains it, because if I try to explain it, I'm going to piss off somebody that I'm not trying to do, and I'm going to explain it wrong.
But what he's talking about doesn't have anything to do with the middle of the road people. What he's talking about the extreme left and the extreme right. He thinks the extreme right's going to take over, and I think the reason that the extreme right's not going to take over because maybe 80% of the middle of America is going to stand up and say, you know what, I've had enough of this bullshit. I said 20 years ago, who left the extremes in charge, and it's just gotten worse from them because they just can't understand that people are, we're fucking tired of their extremes. We're done with it.
Well, what I think is the deep state is still writing the script, whatever. I think they're all playing a script.
They're all writing scripts. But nobody's a dumbass. Don will tell you that the right's in charge, or that the white hats are in charge, and everything's hunky dunky dory, and we're going to get unicorn piss and rainbow farts.
No,
I don't believe that. Look at and this was and I wish Don was still in here, because the conversation that we were having, the left is still shoving stuff up our ass, and they're doing it to start infighting between people. You know what? Even the gay community has distanced themselves from the LGBTQ because they're not going to have any of this grooming bullshit. You know what? I don't care if you're gay. I know a lot of gay people. They're nice people. They're good people. They don't push their beliefs on me. They're funny as shit. No problem.
Well, the question is, how does 1.5% of the population have all this shit being pushed? You know, it's just like they're not the ones pushing it or any of that. Just like the shit with climate change. Okay,
Good night,
if you go
boys.
by Al Gore shit, the polar bears should be fucking athlete swimmers by now.
Well, they're already supposed to be dead.
But the ice cap is the ice cap last year formed more ice than it has in the previous 20. So you tell me. Okay, now if global warming was such a concern, why would a fucking bank loan you money to buy a condo that is within 50 feet of the fucking water if they knew the shit was going to flood in 5 years? They would not, would they?
I said that 6 months ago. So listen. So let's get you a cup full of ice and make the majority of the ice on the bottom and let it stick up over the top, and let's see if it overflows. It will not. It's not going to raise the level of water 2 pieces of shit.
Let's see. Okay, if you go, who's the biggest energy user in the state of Tennessee? One man, Albert Gore.
But he's
five times the amount of energy of anybody else in the state.
But he's buying carbon credits. It's okay.
Well, that's just like the carbon, the whatever summit they had to go write these new 10 commandments on the climate or whatever the fuck that was. How
Yep.
many private jets flew in there? 160 or some shit?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but we're the bad guys. You're the bad guy and I'm the bad guy because we're crossing our...
because we like cows farting. Because we let the cows fart.
Uh-oh, Black Watch is in the house.
Black Watch.
Hey, Black Watch. What's up? We got no volume.
Oh, he's up there with us?
Yep. Yeah, she's up here with us. You have to unblock your microphone.
Oh, I see the dark square now. The little icon, little thing in the corner. Can't read it, but yeah.
Says Black Watch.
Man, well, you got glasses on. My ass don't. I need some.
Well, you ought to go to the dollar store. You ought to go to the dollar store and get you some readers.
I know, 1.25. I know. I tried them on before. I can see perfectly then. I can see perfectly then. Scary. I swear to God, when I saw that shit from Tractor Supply, I didn't read the whole fucking thing. Is sponsoring drag races. I'm thinking they fucking got drag races in the middle of the fucking winter. I was like, that's wild.
No.
I was like, it shows how stupid my ass is. I'm like, nah, drag queens. I'm like, ooh, okay. Oh, so I guess now we got to worry about power plants going out everywhere. We women are all fabulous. We carried babies around in us for 9 months, then gave birth and had Aunt Flo visit once a month. You bet we are great.
I didn't spell that right, but I put it in. Asked if Black Watch gave her permission for her microphone. See, I wished I could see Dawn. Can you see Dawn in chat?
No.
Okay. I don't know why some people can, some people can't, but I can.
I'm a brunette, just saying. Well, I don't see him either. Oh, you know why? Because you probably got him blocked. That's probably.
I am blocking.
Well, I don't see him. I saw him earlier. I thought maybe not.
Well, Sissy K's laughing at Dawn down there. Maybe the chat's not keeping up.
All right.
Yeah, we lost Black Watch.
That's all pull our money, charter a cruise ship, get it all in Washington on all expensive cruise and use your imagination. I go to Thailand, I'll get my fanny tickled. I don't think I want my fanny tickled. If I go to Philippines, if I go to the Philippines, I can go ride with the former chief of police. It's funny. Fucking, as I told my girlfriend, I said, the Filipino people got a very short memory. She goes, why? I said, because Imelda Marcos is running your country. She goes, no, and Marcos Jr. I said, no, Marcos Jr. couldn't make a fucking decision to tie his shoes without mommy telling him. I said, Imelda Marcos has 170 bank accounts. In one account alone, she has $250 million. So imagine what's in the other 169. And see, the funniest part is her daughter is next in line, right? You would think that, okay, if she takes a crap, that Marcos Jr. would assume the reins, or he already has the presidency, but he'd be the one to be the power broker. Oh, fuck no. Her daughter is. Her daughter is the one that is going to get all the fucking money. I asked the question, so I said, Marcos Jr. is basically just a figurehead. Mommy can't stand him. He goes, exactly. I was like, oh, shit. I said, that's interesting.
What's up, Black Watch? Are you here?
Don, I believe you. Now unblock Travis.
Nah.
It may be a setting in your phone or on your device. You're going to get yelled at now. I don't.
Travis sending you an amazing link, and Dave to Carrie Cassidy and Renegade. I just laughing at the name, Renegade Redneck. It's just a funny fucking name.
Blackwatch, I don't know why your microphone's not working.
Blackwatch, come on!
You see Don on 55.
We can see her. We can't hear her.
What the fuck are we on? I don't even know. What are we on here? 59 or 55?
Both.
Without making camera, mic won't work. Well, what the fuck are you doing, Blackwatch? Get some goddamn equipment that works. God damn. No, the only reason I would go to Thailand, I'd import the girlfriend to Thailand because Thailand has no fucking restrictions. You ain't got to do shit except show the fuck up.
I know it works fine in Zoom. In StreamYard.
Sure you're hitting the right fucking button?
Maybe. I don't know. See, I have trouble when I go back and forth to each of those platforms too. Or those, but I don't know. Don's on Route 66. Yeah.
He ain't picking up shit showing them legs. Fuck no, he's gonna be walking for miles. He ain't picking up crap.
This is in Maine and join the stream. I don't know.
Don is on Route 66, flashing his heels. Woo! Can see it now. Don in a short skirt and high heels.
Oh my God!
I don't even want to see that. I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, try to get to sleep with that in your brain tonight. Erase.
No. Okay, so wait a second. What's the purpose of the T cards? Well, they made $4.5 million off of it, and now they are selling for $1,000 a piece today.
Okay. But other than that reason, and nobody can answer you with a good straight face. You ask anybody in the military, they'll look at you like they want to kill you. Because they're like, we have no clue what the fuck he was thinking or doing with that. But man, I don't know where they got the Saudis bought them all in one fell swoop. Is that true? I don't know.
Hey, Susie, what's up?
Black Widow. Ooh, Black Widow.
Well, I wish Blackwatch could get her thing. Are you on your phone or are you on your computer?
I don't know. Ooh, I got a wrench at the top of my shit. What is that for, I wonder? Never seen that icon before. The fuck is a wrench? Services, phone number. That's been added. What the fuck does that mean?
What does what mean?
Oh, it has something to do with the new account I stuck with Rhino Nation 11. I haven't put a phone number to it yet, I guess. Or something. Okay, whatever. Windows 10 desktop. Well, that's what's on my laptop, I think.
Excuse me.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
Almost advanced 40, man. Blew my fucking eardrums out. Good Lord.
I know. Windows 10 on a desktop. Yeah, if your permissions are
that's the three little box, the three little dots when you hit restream. First one is the mic, second one's the camera, and you should be good to go from there.
Well, but if you don't give which browser are you using, Blackwatch? You have to give it permissions too. And it should ask you when you come in. Just saying.
Get any on you.
Thank you, Vicky.
Hey, Travis, you got a green booger on your shirt? Sissy K wants to snarf it off of there. Yeah. She says, get it on you.
Sissy needs a booger?
Yeah, she said she wants a big green booger. She said, get anything on you. The only reason she want to know is you got a big old green hacker on your shirt. Yeah, let me lick it off. Damn,
come over and sniff it up. Come sniff it up, Sissy K. You ain't right in the head, Special K. Oh my God.
Get Eddie on you. Maybe not. You run from boogers? Oh, well, that'd be great. Cool. You know how to get her out the car next time, Dad. Yeah.
Hey, look, I got a big green Luger on my finger there, Sissy K.
We know how to get her to sit down and shut up now, don't we? We'll just promise to flip up the green booger on her. There we go. Blackwatch.
Spiders.
Nope.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Blackwatch.
You can't hear them.
Blackwatch.
We can't hear you, but you can hear us.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ruh-roh. Well, I'm amazed I got signal this well. Grace, that's amazing. Got almost 4 bars where I'm sitting at. That's fucking amazing in my driveway. Unheard of. My mountain lion sneezes in my face. How the fuck do you have a mountain lion? That's what I like to know. It says allow cam access, not Mike and Cam access. Not Mike, no idea. Mike is in camera. Well, then I guess you got to activate both of them. Clogged up my glasses. No place to activate Mike. Pull your mic out of your camera. How do you fucking do that? Camera and mic are in one.
Oh, there shouldn't be. There should be two. Here, I'll show my screen. This is what we see. Share. Let me blow it up. What the fuck? There's about 900 of them in there. Down here at the bottom, this is where no worky. That's the only place I know to change it other than your setting.
Good night, Karen. Care.
Not Carrie. Carrie. Yes, Richard, I have. I went all the way up Highway 1 to Crescent City and picked up a load of fish heads, fertilizer, and took it to Algoma, Wisconsin. Fish heads and rice, boys. Fish heads and rice.
To the camp for us. At least we know the fish heads are there.
You can see the trees are beat all to shit going into Crescent City because the semis they don't have there's not enough room.
Yeah, well,
if you go there in the day, you're gonna hit a tree.
Well, at the end of my street must have been a nice wind from the yellow tornado because there's a bunch of trees that got tipped over. I didn't even notice that the other day. The only reason I noticed them the other day because they had a truck out there chopping them up. Yeah. Oh, damn, look at that. They knocked about 5 trees through, so maybe the tornado did hit near me by the end of the road. Oh, I was like, oh, good. It missed my ass.
Blackwatch, we still can't hear you. I wish we could.
Blackwatch, calling Blackwatch. Ding, 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 ding. Hello, Blackwatch.
Bring, bring, line 17.
Uh-oh, sounds like the Don Ritchie hotline. Hello, it's Klaus calling. Klaus calling for Don. Don Ritchie, please answer the phone. Hello, it's Klaus. We'd like to have a conversation with you about climate change. Boiler plates wrapped around the bottom.
I don't know what boiler plates are wrapped around the bottom. I know some of those trees are fucking huge. One of the things I think Blackwatch is having trouble with, when you see the yellow, red, and green, there's no signal there at all.
Oh, well, that's probably why she can't do nothing. They won't let you do that.
We're having Godzilla and rice or fish heads and rice. That's what we're having.
Right.
Ricky.
Well, if we got Jeff B in our camp, we have some turtle. We have some turtle now and then. Turtle. Turtle.
That's right. Turtle soup.
That or frog leg. Have an audible frog leg. Oh, no, audible frog leg. Ooh, oh my goodness. Delicate frog leg. Can see it now. We got to go to the camps. Fuck that. I'm running to the woods. Hey, at least in the Philippines, you know which way you're getting fucked from. At least you know which side it's coming from. In America, Christ, you get it from all different sides. At least in the Philippines, you know which side it's coming from. Just saying. No camps, no fish heads. What's BW stand for? By the way, I guess. Shit, you live in about one of the worst states for that shit. Dave, no, you're gonna need a cavalry in your state bad because you got a fucked up mayor and governor. Them motherfuckers smacked their head a little few too many times when they was younger. Like it's webcam closed. It no joy.
Yeah, we lost Blackwatch. Yeah, this is supposed to be an Arctic blast. Siberian, they're calling it a Siberian blast. But I thought we were in global warming. Why are we getting freezing cold temperatures?
I got news for you. If it hit 82 degrees in the Philippines, everybody's going to be wearing a winter fucking coat. Anything else this week is supposed to hit the Philippines. I got news for you. If it gets below 90, if it gets below 89 degrees, they're going to be wearing winter coats to the Philippines because they're going to consider it cold.
That's at FEMA camp. Checking in. Catch me if you can. Who the hell knows what camp I'll be in? I'll be burning up the. Hey, we'll get those carbon credit things out. Y'all can send me some carbon credits.
Yeah, FEMA 5, Region 5. I don't even want to hear about the FEMA boys. You know, that's fucked up when they got to send special forces teams here to protect us because of tornado, because the FEMA boys were coming to fucking loot people's houses. That's just fucked up. That's just fucked up.
Yeah. Thank you, Cindy, for coming to save me.
The rain and wind. Well, they get cold temperature. I'm telling you, they drop below 89 degrees. I'll tell you what. I guarantee you, them people run around in hoodies and fucking winter coats because it's cold to them.
Well, you see the people on the border; they're freezing now. They had to light all the trash on fire to stay warm. Fuck them. Stop coming in our country. I'm sorry. If you want to come here legally, I'm perfectly fine with it. Even the people that I know that came here legally don't want those people here. They escaped that.
The one I don't get is where's the tanks and the gunboats and all the other shit that Governor Abbott was supposed to put on fucking shit to stop that crap. I said, obviously the order didn't go very far out of his office. Yeah. Mic in Windows voice recorder worked fine. I don't know. Must be Restream. Oh yeah, blame it on Restream. Blame it on a free platform. I think it's you, Blackwatch. It's operator error. It's snowing here now. It was not supposed to snow until Tuesday. I'm not happy. Well, woohoo! I got news for you. If it snows any amount here, we're fucked. Because you talk about a state that's got nothing. We got dump trucks, but they ain't not one of them got fucking shit on the front of it to put a plow on. And if it did, there's not a plow to be had nowhere anyway. So you would think that they would buy F-350s and put them at the firehouses because you can use an F-350 for a lot of other things besides plow and snow, but have a plow attachment on the front so in case, just out of curiosity, it snows in a blue moon. But, you know, no. Louisiana being controlled by the great Bill Edwards. Most worthless piece of shit ever put in office. Yeah. Wonder how much snow DC gets. Don't matter because ain't nobody in DC except tourists.
Yeah, that's not true, Rhino. I've disproved that several times. Everybody that lives in DC still lives in DC, and everybody's back to work. We went out there, you know that, right?
Yeah.
When
Oh,
when
I got.
Don was spewing, there ain't nobody in DC. Bullshit. I put out videos that were showing it. It's on one of the channels that they took down, but
Oh, did you see Clarence Thomas laying reefs at Arlington National Cemetery? And they said he does that every year. I was like, damn, dude.
Hey,
Brenda.
Travis. Hey, David.
What's up?
Who's that?
It is moi.
Oh, it's that Patriot girl. Ah!
What browser is Blackwatch using?
That's a good
Because
question. No, no.
I can't get in with Brave browser. The only way I can get in is with Chrome.
Yeah, that's a good question. Because it wouldn't even show me her signal.
And when I come on, like I've learned through using Restream with you guys that I have to shut my data off first because it messes with it somehow. But the only way I can get in is if I use Chrome. Hi, Cindy. Hi, anybody I missed. I'm not trying to be antisocial. I'm just trying to stay warm.
Whoa. Georgetown is full of people. The Christmas markets are full.
And I just wanted to see, like, with him having so much trouble getting in, I just wanted you to send me the link and see if it still worked the way I do it. But
Firefox, she says.
Blackwatch, try Chrome.
Yeah, Chrome's the way I go in.
That's the only way I can get in, and I have to shut my data off first.
Right. Well, and I don't know about that, but if Firefox is your main browser, just copy the link and put it in Chrome, and maybe that'll change everything.
Yeah, that's what I do because like Brave is my default. So whenever I hit a link, it automatically opens in Brave. But once it opens in Brave, I copy the link, then I close Brave, and I go and I paste it into Chrome.
You know what? She said, I don't like Chrome.
Well, I don't either, Blackwatch, but stop your whining. If you want to come up on the panel, you got to use Chrome.
I don't even know what the fuck Edge is. I've never heard of Edge.
Yeah, it's Microsoft. Microsoft Edge.
Oh.
Repost the link, please. I think he put it in 55. You should be able to still find it because that's how I got up.
I got a new one.
Travis put it in there for me. Hi, Sissy. Yeah, I was so cold, Travis. I even waited past midnight before I went and put that other little propane tank on because I just didn't want to get out in that cold air again.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Like the weather station said it was going down to 28, and when they were saying that, I'm looking at my live temperature right here, and it was 24, and then it dropped to 23.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Blackwatch wants to kiss you. Ooh, you want to dance? Oh, I didn't know Blackwatch was a dude. I thought it was a girl. Stupid thing. Anybody listen to Lane Speculation and Redacted?
Hey, Travis. You know,
yes,
you know my situation going on, and you know how long for the last 2 weeks I've been trying, even offering gas money for those two certain individuals from my family to come out here and bring me some wood in, and none of it phased on any of them. As long as they got heat and they're warm and comfortable, they don't care. So I'm with you. I'm going to do an end run around them because I choose life. And tomorrow I'm going to see if I can get a handyman or one of the students from school and pay them $15 an hour to bring me in as much firewood as they can and as much kindling to get me through at least this next week. And I'm not going to fight with them. I'm not going to argue with them. I'm not going to judge them. That's not my place. That's God's job. But I choose life, and I'm going to do an end run around them because they pretty much could care less about anybody except themselves as long as they got what they want, right?
Lock that door, and when they get cold, don't let them in.
Oh, the only time they contact me is when they want something, Travis. So
yeah.
The next time they contact me, they won't get an answer.
Oh
Yeah.
my. Oh my. Oops.
Because it's 20. Oh, it's down to 20. It's down to 23 now, and they're saying it's supposed to. Yeah, it is, Mary, because I didn't raise them like that. They're all acting like a bunch of retards. And I'm disappointed. I'm upset with them, but it's not my place to judge them. That's God's job. He knows what they're doing. He knows what their options were. I was polite with them all the way through. I offered them gas money, the whole deal. They don't care as long as they're comfortable. So that's good. Travis and I were talking, and I'm going to do an end run around them. And I'm going to find a handyman or one of the students that'll come in for $15 an hour. And I'm going to pay them to bring in as much wood as they can get in. Oh no, Cindy, they took off 2 months ago, and they said that they'd be back to help, and they've been here once for 25 minutes in 2 months. So
you don't have anybody up there that drops off like a half cord of wood or cords.
Oh,
of
I
wood
have
and shit?
I have wood here. I have wood here, but because of where my tumor is, I can't do any lifting or pushing or heavy lifting. I can do the sorting, but I can't do the other stuff. And like, even if it was the lady next door who's in her 70s and she's just not able to do it, if she needed someone to bring wood in for her, I got the wood here. I just can't get them to even come and bring it in. Yeah. I know.
Sorry.
I know, Vicky, because it's like, if I could just get this stuff out of here, then I'm golden. If I get this stuff out of here and get it into storage, then I don't care. I'll go to a woman's shelter. I'll go wherever. It doesn't matter.
What? What is up with you in the
But anyways, I just want to let you know, Travis, I'm not gonna give in to them because I choose life against whatever it is that they're working on.
What? What, dog? What?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter, sissy. I even offered them gas money if they got someone to bring them out here, and so
They're still driving around in your car.
Go.
Oh yeah, that's what they were doing when they lived here.
Oh, in the back.
But as soon as they left, all of a sudden they can't get a ride. Even if you're paying gas money, they can't get anybody to give them a ride. I said, isn't that convenient?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it is, Cindy, because like 6 years ago when I filled the oil tank, 6 years ago, it cost me almost $2,000 to fill it, and it only lasted for 4.5 weeks. So wood is a much better option. That's okay. Because I choose life, and I'm going to get through this, and once I'm out of here, they can contact me all they want. They won't be getting an answer.
Yeah, it's sad.
It is, because I didn't raise them like that, Travis. Everybody up here that knows me knows that my kids weren't raised like that, and they've just been acting like off the wall for the last 2.5, 3 years. And I get it. They've lost a ton of people in the last 4 years. A ton.
No, that's not an excuse. That's a
No,
reason.
no, I know it's not, because it's almost like I'm the one that's fighting, and you won't even help. But you're pissed off about all the people that are gone? Wow, you got your priorities screwed up.
Yeah.
Because that money, you remember, Travis, that money I had set aside, I had a little tiny bit of money left from my dad when he passed, and I was ready to pull the trigger on a piece of property up north. And then the coup hit. And so I had to choose in my heart, do I look after my family, or do I do this? So I chose my family, and look where it got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, Tennessee. I saw that. That was disgusting. But like they've been reporting that. It just blows my mind, the number of people that keep falling for this variant and that variant and this. You can't have a variant for something that's never been isolated, and people just do not clue into that.
Exactly. Blackwatch, can you hear us now?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
There you go.
Can hear you,
we fixed it.
It was sometimes an earlier link breaks the connection somehow. I don't know how. That's why I asked you to repost it.
You're right.
The mic
That's
doesn't
great, Kathy.
The mic doesn't show activity. It's weird with Restream. Rescue used to use it, but I didn't have trouble with that. I don't know. Anyway, hi Brenda, how are you doing?
Good. How are you? That's what I say, Cindy. I choose life and I choose God. So they can do whatever they want, but the next time they want something, they'll be hard pressed to get an answer.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, there's some. I was gonna before all this, and I got up right away. My children, they're they got a few years on them, but to be honest, if I went back to grade school, I'd have trouble with anybody discussing gender or anything else like that. And my point is, if somebody's sitting there not quite attired correctly, I'm going to have problems. But you know something? I agree with you, Travis. I've known people of different persuasions, and they're lovely people. And when something gets thrown in your face, you don't like it. But answer me this: you have a gay couple. I don't care, male, female. They walk down the street. They give each other a kiss. Everybody gets their shorts in a knot. Yet heterosexuals throw it in their faces, don't they? They can do almost anything they want on the street. They can kiss. They can hold one another. They can do it. It drives me crazy. What's the problem? They're not doing anybody any harm.
Very good point, Blackwatch. The problem is everybody has gotten so judgmental over everybody else that they just won't leave everybody else alone.
This is it. I mean, I don't listen. You get it. I don't know about women wearing pantsuits and things. It's a part of the change when I was working. But some guy. This is a true story, by the way. And I don't get along with the guy, but he's vice president of IT, Fortune 25 company. And of course, today with your human resources, you submit applications online, right? And then human resources says, okay, you come in and you go to the area to be interviewed. Well, this guy comes down with a full beard, rather revealing top, and then he's skirt, black fishnet stockings, and high heels. That is not going to go well, okay, with anybody. I don't want to sit beside someone at work like that. But, if it isn't so blatant, what harm is it doing? I'm just saying, they squawk and they bellyache. They put this right in my face. What do heterosexuals do? We do the same thing. Just saying, I think you're right, Travis. Too many people, they're deflecting stuff. You know that? You try to look at people at what's going on with the politics and all this other stuff, and there's all this deflection. Just get everybody all upset about this. You know, that's my 2 cents. I don't know.
No, you're exactly right. They got us so involved with the things that are pissing us off that we're not paying attention to the things that are really seriously happening.
This is exactly, it's deflection. It's a fine art. Right. And politicians are very good with it. You give me one congressional hearing, and Brenda will stand with us when Trudeau was brought before the We Charity crap. And did you not know about this, you know, with the oath of office, that you can't do this, you can't do that? And he didn't say yes, no, or anything. Yes, I read it. But deflection. I haven't seen a congressional hearing in the States since the 60s where somebody answered the damn question. The deflection.
Yep.
And it's the same thing in society now.
Change the subject.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They just change the subject or they twist it.
It's like a filibuster in Congress. You know, I'll go on and talk about nonsense, butterflies or whatever. I'm just not going to answer you. You know, it's always the same. But my point is this, we're no different in Canada. None whatsoever. But this thing, everybody, you know what I want to say, Travis? I was going to retire at Blackwatch. I really am. I'm right close to it. And then you gave me the red. Because it hit end of life with the thing. But you know, I hear so many down there, and I'm not criticizing, we got our own, but so many, you can hear guns being loaded in the background, right? You know what I want to say to them? And I don't care if they take me, I'm banned on 6 channels, I don't care. Why don't 10,000, I'm not going to qualify it with north-south, or 100,000, get them in your pickup truck, drive to DC and try to blow somebody's head off and see where it goes. I'm sorry for this on the channel, but really, you know, it's like a pastime. Why don't you do something constructive? Why don't we do something constructive? You know, instead of, you know, take this out, take that out, do this. You know, if we spend half the time on constructive steps and less time on the destructive and the blame, we might get somewhere. But anyway, that's my take.
Well, it's like you said, Travis, with the division, all those big channels that everybody was trusting and watching in the beginning, I think they're, my opinion only, I think they're controlled opposition. Their job was to get as many viewers as they could to trust them and listen to them. And then they start creating the division.
Well, that's okay. So they already created the division because they promised us that Trump was doing something he wasn't doing, and things were happening that Trump never said were happening, and he's still the commander in chief, and yada yada yada. So this is where I have my issue with it, because all they've done, even David, you have to admit, David got mad as fuck at Trump over something he didn't say that was going on, because we were listening to somebody else. And that's why I will no longer listen to anybody else that's not at least giving me the news. Clickbait, that's exactly right.
Yeah, because they never get taken down either.
They never get taken down. Think about that. I know, Cindy, I was just saying that you live in Washington State, and 2-3 inches shouldn't scare you, or 6 inches shouldn't scare you. But anyway, so they've reduced us down to fighting amongst ourselves over stuff that's not happening, period. David believes this guy across the pond. I don't know who he is. I can't physically touch it. They don't share information with me that I can go read. So I'm skeptical about it. I'm not saying that Brian's not exactly what Rhino says he is. I'm just saying, how do we know? How do we know that's not another Phil Godlewski from across the pond? I don't know. I'm just trying to make heads and tails of everything. I think all the things that we're paying attention to have zero effect on what's fixing to happen to us.
Exactly. And it's a distraction to keep us from looking at what's actually going on.
That's exactly what I'm saying. We're fixing to be in a world of hurt. Come Wednesday, motherfuckers, there's going to be an infiltration of fucking people that are coming from multiple countries. Hands down, bar none, questions. Be careful what I'm touching.
Well, you know.
You know what I find amazing too, Travis? Like, I get this, these prepping channels, you know, and they have a point in canned food, whatever it is. But what they're talking about is anarchy. You know, it's like, you know, do away with Walmart, do away with BlackRock, do away with everything. So they say, you know, I'm going to get my pick 'em up truck and I go and throw my shit in a 30-gallon thing, that container I got from Walmart. Well, if Walmart isn't there, where are you going to put your shit other than the back of your pickup truck?
Well,
when
when
you go to get gas, there's no gas. So where are you going to go? You sit in your driveway with this shit in the back of your pickup truck.
Well, under current situation in the world as we speak, there's no way to get away from any of it because they own 98.5% of every fucking thing in the world. So if it's not Walmart, it will be someone else.
Yeah.
Until Billy Bob the Patriot can match Walmart for the selection, the prices, and what they have in it, fuck them, I will shop at Walmart.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like...
How about start growing our own stuff and fucking them?
Yeah, but there's another thing that gets me. Somebody's going about a 60 caliber handgun, which is going to wreck you and break you in half. And does somebody really believe there is deader than dead?
No.
Like I vaporize them and somehow that justifies, you know, that's further vengeance or something. And and it goes on about these. And I watched them and I get the drift. But they're going, this went through 5 layers of cinder block. Well, okay, if you went out and got a, RPG or you got a tank weapon, go out and buy a Tiger tank and blow your backyard up. I don't see the point.
Right.
I don't see this fascination with weapons. Like, you know, I had a thing. I lived with my mom after my dad died, and real quick, 11 o'clock at night, I went for a cigarette. There's some guy at the door, and the gun came in. Now, look, Travis, so I had a weapon. I was looking for one. I would have shot him in the face. I would have emptied that entire clip. And there would be one point in my life I would not regret. Otherwise, I don't want to take a human life. I know a lot of Metro police. I know a lot of retired police sergeants and that. You know what? The one thing that they explained that was the highlight of their career, they never drew their weapon.
Right.
You know, it's, I don't know, it's division again.
Right. See, what everybody don't understand is, okay, if you go through, every politician should have to go to the shoot or not shoot classes because you have scant barely 2 seconds to 3 seconds to make a decision whether you're going home or you're not going home.
Yeah.
And that's a very hard burden to put on any individual with the situations that are out there today. I got news for you. I'm erring on the side of me going home. I'd rather be alive and be judged by 12 than dead and carried by 6. The fascination with weapons in this country is because the country does not rule from the time you're little. There is no consequences for most of the shit goes on in today's world. Hell, in certain countries that you spray paint a car, guess what? They take a stick and they take literally a chunk of your ass out of your ass. You will never do it again. We don't have that in this country.
I know what Metropolitan Toronto Police are taught, on the range and everything else. You pull your weapon, you got to be ready to kill them. but there is that discretion point. So I agree with you. You know, like I want to go home. If I'm the cop, I want to go home to my wife and kids. You know, I want to do the job, but I want to go home. End of the day, you're right. You know, if I have to take there's countless things. Some sergeant down in Toronto, some idiot got into a snowplow, and the guy, you know, is coming at him, and all the sergeant can do is empty his 38 in that snowblade, and it jammed him. It killed him, and that's why we started to get Glocks, more high-powered handgun. So yeah, that poor guy should have gone home. On top of it was just before Christmas. It's pitiful, but still, you know, yeah, I want to go home. You know, you rag on these cops so much, but I've met them and what they go through and everything else. And, you know, we'll get another job. Well, what are you going to do? You know what I actually saw, Travis? And I took the guy on in chat. He's going on about him and he says, pigs. And I says, look, buddy, I don't care if you're male, female, dressed in drag or anything else. When an officer saves my life, I'm not going to call him a pig.
No,
he's going to be my hero. You know, you know, talk. Well, you get off your ass and do the job. You know, that's what I feel. It's gone so sideways.
Yeah, absolutely. And you made a great point. I have 2 lesbian daughters that believe in God, and I perceive myself to be a Christian. It's not my place to pay for their sins.
No.
That's between them and God, and I tell them what they're doing is wrong, but I don't cuss them for what they're doing is wrong.
No, it's
so the problem with the left is the left's going, oh, the fucking right hates lesbians, they hate their deed, we're all assholes. Yeah, we're not. The Bible was written by man, was written by man, interpreted by man. Do I believe God exists? Absolutely. Do I believe everything the Bible says? Most of it, for whatever reason. Some of it I don't, because this will be a whole nother show.
Well, it could be. You got a point for sure.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to pay for anybody else's sins. It's my job to educate my children, and whether they choose to believe what I tell them or not, that's their business. I will never hate my children.
Is the mainstream news media trying to shove it down our throat like it is normal. It's everyday normal bullshit. It is not everyday normal. Just like transgender, I don't have a problem with it, but you don't get to play in women's sport or men's sport. You form your own bullshit. You form the transgender league or whatever else and go have fun. You don't get to play as a man, being a woman or whatever. It's a very simple thing. You're built with a bat or fucking cave. Whatever you choose to do after the fact is, if you choose to play a switch hitter, then you play on the switch hitter's team. You don't play on the girls' team or the boys' team because you are different, and I'm going to call you such as different. You're born with a bat or a cave. What you choose to do with it after the fact is your own choice. If you want to go swim, guess what? You swim on a transgender team. If they don't have one, too fucking bad. If not, you either form one or guess what? You don't fucking swim. Then if you were built with a dick, you swim on the men's team. If you're built with a cave, you swim on the women's team. And if you're in between, then guess what? I guess you don't fucking swim. It's very simple.
I agree.
And you don't teach it to our children, and you don't try and indoctrinate our children into it.
No.
Amen.
If you got a problem with somebody identifying with you, don't look for children to support you. Do your own stuff. Oh, yeah, it's just the same with heterosexual. You know, I don't. I have no clue of what's going on anymore. You know, and the thing is, Travis, too, this Roe versus Wade and all this, you know, and somebody will say something. Like I'll say, okay, 1 million lives lost. We'll say this. But then, you know, it's an overloaded orphanage system. Who's going to support them? There's a logic of it. But I have 4 granddaughters and 2 great-granddaughters, and I'll defend their right. I am not going to say to a woman, you just got raped, but by God, you're going to have that child. I can't do that.
No, and I agree with you. But I shared my story long ago. I'm not going to get into it tonight. We'll get into it another night. But you're exactly right. We have to start protecting our children and our grandchildren. I have 8 grandchildren and 2 great-grandsons. So I'm with you here, Black. I'm with you. But if we don't start standing up for our freedoms, we're fixing to lose them all. And it's not going to be day after tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow. Congress is on recess, and we have a crisis at the border that is fixing to explode. If you guys haven't seen the first part of this show, please do, because Texas Info Warrior and I were talking about this stuff. We're fixing. You guys have no idea what's fixing to happen. It will be a war on our soil. Period.
It's an ongoing thing since the 60s, and it's just escalated to the point.
Yeah, there's 60,000 people that are fixing to cross the border on Wednesday.
Yeah.
60,000 on one day.
Here's what I don't understand, Travis.
Who bought those people off? Go ahead, Brenda. I'm sorry.
If Congress is supposedly on break, how come every single day we're seeing videos of them debating?
Bullshit. They aren't coming back till after the first of the year, and send me those because I think it's bullshit. I'll call every one of them motherfuckers and tell them they're fucking liars. I'm tired of this.
Like Ron Johnson was grilling the YT people, asking them where they got off removing a congressional hearing from YouTube. What could their possible motive do for removing a congressional hearing where people are speaking the truth and getting answers, and why they would possibly remove that? And they just sat there dumbfounded, looking at their papers and playing with their pens.
Yep.
You know, you could.
All right, guys. Look, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you, guys. If you guys didn't see the reading or the on the border thing, go back. The first 30 minutes was pretty good. Texas Info Warrior is a great guy. The problem is not whether Nassar Jassar is coming or whether General Berger's the fucking in charge. The southern border is fixing to become a huge issue.
Yeah.
Huge. You have no idea.
I like Lily's answer. See what she put?
My solutions: agitators, pythons, and sharks in that river. You won't need freaking wall. Yep, she said that earlier too.
Yeah, but see, you got a 20-year problem because they bred the warrior instinct out of the male. They
I
want to
agree.
make the male get along to go along. They want him to be Mr. Wussy Puss, cry. Everybody gets participation trophies and all that other.
You hurt my feelings. But you hurt my feelings, Rhino. But you hurt my feelings.
That's just like Don doesn't like to hear it. and I'll repeat it again, the 100-man rule. Most people don't like it. Out of every 100 people, there's 2 that are hardcore, dyed-in-the-wool warriors that will go kick the gates of hell open and chase the devil through whatever he throws at him and hunt him down and kill him. There's 10 people that will follow those 2 and do exactly the same thing. Everyone else, which is like 78 people or so, are mama's boys, wannabes, whatever you want to fucking call them. When the chips come down, they're running, they're crying, they're going back home, and you hear all this shit. Oh, I'm a deer hunter. I'm a deer hunter. I do this and that. Deers don't fucking shoot back. When the bullets start flying back at your ass and Johnny Q next to you loses an arm, gets his face blown off, all them people that are all gung ho, oh, I'm done. Hit the replay button, It don't fucking work that way. And most people in this country could not take life because they would not sleep the rest of their life.
No, I agree with you, Rhino. But the problem is don't advertise that way, because there are a bunch of us that will go do what we need to do when we need to do it. Maybe it's not a big bunch.
Well, that's true. I mean, right now, if that's realistically, I would hope that I don't even know how to word it. If a certain person is in charge or whatever it is, I would hope that there has contingency plans for that shit. But hey, if not, you know what? America's been riding on its laurels and on its ponies, and it's never been brought to the shores of the United States. You know what? This might be a very good test. Everybody don't want to take it that way. We may be in for the horse ride of our life. We may only win by the fucking nose of the horse, but you know what? All 330 million motherfuckers in this country gonna know they've been through the motherfucking ringer, and they won't never fucking forget it. And maybe that's what they're fucking trying to accomplish. It's so burnt in your fucking brain, you go, oh shit.
You know, something.
Lee J says, what are we doing? Start in your community, and from there we will start to rise. That's exactly right. The first thing we need to do is we need to start trusting each other and have the same goal in mind. I don't give a fuck if you love me, Sora. I don't care.
Well,
I don't believe in it. Doesn't mean anything to me. We have to get on the same page, and our government's fucking us, and we got to stop this.
Hey, Travis.
Yeah, ma'am.
You heard what they're doing up here with our pew pew laws, right? I mean, they're just desecrating it. They're going after hunting rifles now, everything. And I can tell you that most of the Canadians are going to say, "Oops, I'm sorry, I lost it when I was ice fishing," because they ain't going to hand them over. But we've got Rod and Gun Club about maybe a mile and a half from here. And I'll tell you what, every single day, there is someone over there at that gun range that is expelling very large ammunition, because you can hear it almost to the point of shaking the windows here. And they're every day practicing. So you know that whether Sparkle Socks says he's going to do this or not, most Canadians are going to say, "Oops, I lost it when I was ice fishing. Sorry."
Yeah, but okay. If that's the case, you know what? Then you invest in fucking crossbows. You get crossbow out the fucking ass. It's primitive, but yeah, you get hit with an 8-sided deer tip, you're fucking dying a nasty death. So you know what? There's ways around all bullshit. The hardest part is to get 10 people in the same room in a group that won't snake each other. You will be the hardest thing in the United States today, in the world, is the people to band together and not snake each other. There will always
you're right.
If you
Absolutely.
get 10 people and they pool their money, their resources, and everything else, that right there, and that's the hardest thing that you will ever try to accomplish in this country, because look at the not to be nasty and be racist or whatever. Look at the Koreans. What do? They all pool their money, they live in the houses, and they open a liquor store. When that liquor store becomes successful, they open another liquor store and they buy another house. So they have a little more room. They go on and on and on and become rich and fucking successful for the highest dream. And you know where they do it? In the inner city. And the people there look at them like, I don't know how you do this, because they're all jealous as fuck of each other in the inner city. But the Koreans don't give a cat's ass about that. They're there to do one thing, to make money and prosper. They're not snaking on each other. They're all banded together. The United States has lost that majorly. Majorly. You can't get 10 people in a room to order the same fucking shit for lunch, or even say that what time lunch is going to start.
Okay, so David, you're on a very valid point. I don't know whether Paulie's watching or not. He said he would get 50 people to send me a text message, call me, whatever. And I said I won't get 5 of them to show up. I haven't got one of them to call me. How about that?
And the other thing you guys have probably heard a lot about lately is this Sparkle Sox's government approving assisted offing yourself, if I can say that without you in trouble. And so I watched the Glenn Beck earlier tonight, and he had Sheila Gunn Reid on from Rebel News talking about that subject. And he said, for the most part, he said, we're brothers and sisters. And he laughed and he goes, except for that 1812 thing, but we got over that. And he said, but why aren't Canadians up in arms about this? Well, here, I'll give you an answer to that, because Canadians only heard about this about 3 weeks ago when it hit the news. We did not find out that last year they already did 10,000 of them. 10,000.
Oh, I know.
That's what she was saying today. And now they've removed the 10-day waiting period. And now they're allowing youths and under to go in and request it without their parents' permission. And the parents get notified afterwards. And they've removed the 10-day waiting period so they can get it right that day. But you got to have ID to get smokes. You got to have ID, age of majority, to buy alcohol. You got to do all this other stuff. But you can go in and ask for this, and they'll give it to you the same day because they want to get rid of as many people as they can. And the first I ever heard of this was when it hit the news about 3 weeks ago. I had no idea they were doing this last year, and no idea that they already did 10,000 of them.
You know, Brenda, you just reminded me something. It was on a channel, and I'm not going to say whose. And they were talking about weapons, right? And the possibility of a hair trigger being on a gun. So they said, imagine an old lady, you know, she hasn't got the strength, so she fires it. Then they went on to a subject about paying an older people like that, so the old lady would be able to smoke weed. And I thought, great, I got an old lady high on weed with a hair trigger gun. I don't feel comfortable. It was funny. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you need a knee replacement surgery, you're gonna wait at least 9 months to over a year on a waiting list. But you can go in and ask them to do this, and they will bypass the 10-day deal, and you can have it that day. And they will notify your family afterwards.
Are you talking about me? Is that what you're talking about? I'm sorry, I kind of lost
I'm talking about the assisted offing that they removed the 10-day waiting period for.
Made medical assistance in dying, 2016 law they passed.
Yeah.
You find something wrong with that? Find something that a person who is of the right mind and condition decides, I'm not going to go through this to the end?
Okay, there's a big difference there, Blackwatch. 10,000 people last year, and now they've removed the 10-day waiting period. And youths and children can ask for it and get it that day.
No, I don't agree with that.
That's what I have a problem with.
My thing is this, like, I've seen a disease. I saw my then father-in-law. I had COPD and everything. And I missed him the last while. He was with his adopted son and his mom. And he had to call 911. That doctor brought him back 8 times to lay in that bed. I almost strangled this son of a bitch. Who the hell do you think you are, God? You're going to bring this man back 8 times and then walk away and never see him again until you're going to remove that. I think his son signed it, his adopted son, which pissed my wife off to no end. I said to my wife, damn, if that's ever me, promise me to hell and back, you will have them kill me if needs be. I'm sorry, there's just no way that the system is going to put people through that. When they can turn around and say, I don't want it. I know where it's going.
Okay, Travis, thank you for having me up. I only initially came up to try and help Blackwatch solve his problem with getting the stream. And I know you're trying to get going, so I will step down and allow you to close because I know you have stuff to do. And I know you need your rest.
I'm gonna go give my pillow some head.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Thanks for having me, Travis.
No, you're welcome anytime.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Sorry, Travis, but I have very strong feelings on some things. I can't help it.
You're going to go give
That's
your what?
it's all fine. I have no problem. Usually about the time I'm ready to shut the show down is when we get fired up.
Yeah, really, Well, next time I'll know to ask you to repost the I don't know what happened. It just said allow the camera. I go, where's the mic? And I don't know. So anyway, it was fun being up there. I enjoyed it.
Thank you for coming up.
Well,
I appreciate you.
Thank you. And thank you, Rhino. It's been fun. I enjoy listening to you. And
thank you.
Anyway, let you go, Travis. You got to get it,
Yeah.
Get off there. Good night. Good night, everybody in chat. See you.
I want to know what Travis said he's going to do to his pillow. What you say you're going to do to your pillow?
Give it some head.
That's what I thought you said. Never mind.
I'm gonna give my pillow some head. My head is gonna land on a pillow.
That's what I thought you said. I was like, what? What did he just say?
That's what I said. Thanks for coming up, Blackwatch. Appreciate it. Yep, I'm gonna go give my pillow some head. A little head.
Condary 7 needs help. Condary 7. Wow. Condary 7. Cash up for Benjamin. He needs Rhino snacks.
Yep.
No, come on, Cindy. You couldn't let that one slide. Come on. I had to say something. It would have excoriated me if I did.
It's all good.
Had to.
All right, Rhino. I'll see you. I'll talk to you tomorrow about noon.
Go give your pillow some head.
I'm gonna go give my pillow a little head.
Wink, wink. Well, you do whatever you want with your heads and your pillow. It's none of my business. None of my business.
Is what it is.
Well, I don't know. We'll throw a quick prayer out for everybody. Since it's the holiday season, woo-hoo, I'll send my white animals for everyone. I'll use the wolf falcon tonight. May the white falcon protect you, bless you, and then bring you good joy during the holiday season. He brings the spirits of the ancients, warriors, and the great people. Maybe he'll protect our ass on Wednesday when they try to invade our happy ass. But if you're in need of prayer, look for the eagle. You feel the wind cross your face, just know it's a loved one kissing you for Christmas. In the name of the ancient spirits, there we go. There's your prayer for the night. Not the best, but oh well.
Fair enough. Yes, Cindy Ford, I'll try. That was a good one, though, Rhino. Dear Lord, in these times that we don't know, please keep us safe from the things that are coming. We're in a terrible place. Lord, all I ask you to do is protect the citizens of this country from the people that do not belong here. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Well, I got one other one to add. Since we're under a threat of attack, I guess you want to call it that on Wednesday, I'll summon the herd of white buffalo, which the very powerful made a stampede to the southern border and ring around of protection against the United States from all foreign enemies, foreign and domestic, during this troubled time. Send that herd of animals with your spirit, with your blessing, and with the courage and the will of the warriors of the past. So it shall be sent, so it shall be done. As the spirit of the warriors carry on to the buffaloes, protect the southern border of the United States at this critical time. We ask it in the Almighty's name. Amen.
Amen. All right. Good stuff, Rhino. Hey, brother. Love you. You know that. See you tomorrow.
All righty. Night, people.
Love you guys. Love you guys. Chat.
I'm going to stick a Christmas tree on my tail and see if I get a plane to try to land on me again. Woo woo.
Good night, brother.